Yeah, best of every world. Added offense, added utility. Still have the insane teleport out of the corner to reset the position, and then the deadly winds, which just is a do-it-all. No downside to doing that special move at all. And you're seeing a lot in the pressure too. Jason down with the hat, and we saw this come out.
We saw the same matchup between, I believe it was Dragon and PL, and I'm very curious to see what the approach is here from Rewind. Cetrion has gone for this. You know, she can do the wall to blow up his buzzsaw, for example, even pressure strings.
And she has plenty of things to get him out of the air. You know, you already saw the active wall, still active 18 years later, by the way, clipping him on the jump. Then you've got the Hell's Wrath to stop it, right? Wall to stop it. The pound, and that was just a raw fatal blow. Are you kidding me? What?
Got some chutzpah here.
I've commentated a lot of online tournaments lately, and why does raw fatal blow from Kung Lao keep hitting guys? I feel like it's 100% hit rate.
I mean, it's far.
I don't understand it.
What can you say?
There's no science to back it up at all, but she is a working. Ooh, looks like everyone try to get him with a shimmy forward dash into the forward two, not working on Scar here, and Scar. And you know, it was actually Scar during the Coliseum that kept doing that raw fatal blow and clipping people, and he's just picking up right where he left off. That's pretty scary. Also, shouts to these players for advertising on their variation names. I just want to point out that both of them did a good job on that.
Right? Yeah, some people are out here wasting that. I like what these guys are doing.
Build those brands,
still.
ladies and gentlemen.
You see the wall that did not actually get the hat.
Whoa!
Possessed.
Yes. Yes. Like,
it's hilarious looking, right? Like, what's wrong with
I wasn't expecting it. That caught me off guard.
Oh, big chance maybe? No, not right there. But good damage regardless.
Short hop down three. You know how I feel about that, David.
I do.
Wonderful piece of it. Wonderful piece of technology.
Yeah, it's a little tricky.
Way more effective on offline. I will say that.
Really went to teleport. Oh, the walk way far forward. There is not any bar to get out of this defensively. It's Scar taking game number one.
Really solid game on both guys. Rewind was definitely in that. Scar, the savage fatal blow has to be what we talk about there to turn things around. You know, Rewind was able to establish such great control. We saw Dragon never let go of that against Perfect Legend earlier on the east side of things in the same exact matchup. Variation a little bit different though. They see from Scar playing around a little bit with that possessed hat, and it definitely looks like it could be effective. I think it's gonna be matchup dependent. Against Cetron, you're not gonna get a lot of freedom to throw out hats like that. So we'll see if that comes into play or if we see a swap. Didn't look like.
I wouldn't have been surprised to see a swap here, but it looks like there's not gonna be one. Cetron again.
Yeah, because Rewind has 7,000 characters that he could easily go for here, right?
I mean, he told us he was going to go Lou, Johnny, Jackie, etc.
I expected the Lou. Low-key, I was expecting the Lou, but I think that everyone's just looking at this particular variation of Cetrion and going, what, you know, there's no downside at all.
Well, I mean, she doesn't do as much damage, I guess, as she does maybe in Variation 1, from the Variation 1, but yeah, a lot of other great stuff going on for her, for sure. So we got Scar up, 1-0 to begin with, and Rewind, yeah, he's sticking with the same character. Maybe being a little bit more active here. We see him going in a little bit more at the start.
I think that he just doesn't want to give up an answer for the hat, like you know, an obvious answer for the hat that Scar has to respect and think about this entire set. And that might be exactly what it comes down to. Is that they look at you know, at this collaboration that's been putting in work since Ultimate came out, and says, what is an answer for it? And found one with the rock wall here. Ooh, get out of my airspace!
I love that little movement there, the instant air dive kick as a way to approach it. Well, just down 3 to start the business. Here we go.
Oh my goodness!
Okay.
Scar had to have some kind of plus frames right there, right? The hat had just hit him, and Rewind's response is 1-1 fatal blow. A little bit of payback from that first game, I think. Well, what a wonderful hit confirm in the challenge like that.
Yeah.
Clutch.
Round 2, fight.
Yeah, never giving up on situations.
Nice.
Okay, yep, big chance. Rewind out of there
right
instantly.
something we've seen from a lot of Kung Laos recently too is a lot more jump. I think it's jump 2, where he kind of puts both hands out. Really effective jumping. It's very active. What? Did that just go over the wall? Through the wall? Maybe just got that.
It's possessed,
dude. It is possessed. It has a mind of its own. Scar's doing a really good job of getting through those pounds as well. Perfect spacing on it's a jump dive kick.
Yeah, again, I really like that. Oh, stayed on the ground. So just nickel and diming is Rewind right now, taking off a little bit of life against Scar here and there. Chip damage here and there. And saving his offensive bar as well, it seems, for that kind of situation. Right? Yeah, just blowing it up each time. Now that does mean, well, Scar doesn't have offensive bar himself, so he's gonna need to hang out a little bit before he can get that back.
Remember his blow. I half expected it. I half expected. Oh, not gonna get there in time, and tries it right. He tried it. He tried to take it. He tried to steal it, David. A Rewind shutting it down, as Mama Cetron is known to do with the pinatas all over the screen.
Yeah, I like that. I like saving the offensive bar for wall into wall amplifier. I think that makes a lot of sense, just to shut that down. She has as many offensive bars as Kung Lao has, right? We only got 2. And he needs to use offensive bar in order to keep the hat, you know, in that kind of threatening situation where he can release it when he wants to. So I like that. That makes a lot of sense to me as a potential counter here. Looks like Scar's gonna stick with it though. Yeah, any changes on the variation? I think it's the same.
I think Rewind, looking back, it has absolutely done the right thing, and it's gonna be the same exact loadout Buzzsaw possessed hat here. But for Rewind, it was just, you know, not giving up after game 1 on the belief that this was the answer, right?
Did you see the possessed hat actually go underneath her leg? Okay.
Dude,
it does have a mind of its own.
That thing is doing things that only the name, I guess, gives the answers to. That thing really does have a mind of its own, whether it wants to go over or underneath, whatever it wants to. And look at that, it's so lingering. It looks incredibly active.
It does look super
combo down.
Yeah, so this is the position that we saw quite a bit of last time. Just almost there. Very, very close. Here's Scar harassing a little bit.
Ooh. Staggers. What patience by Rewind right there. Oh my goodness.
Rewind would love to get out of the corner. He just tried it. He just tried teleport. Interrupted.
Oh,
and he's
there we
out
go.
of here now.
How dirty is it that the Deadly Winds reset neutral so far away that she can get that teleport out? Woo!
Pretty good.
That's not that bad of a trade either.
Wow!
It hit him in the active frames. He tried to get up and maybe try to steal a punish right there on a quick rise. Drop of the 1-1.
Oh, he has Fatal. If he finds a good combo in Fatal right now, he's going to get it. But can he find it is the question. He does not have the time.
What a scramble right there.
I mean, he started out a little bit differently this game. Last game, he was more pressure heavy. This time, it seems like he's more consistently away. Look at this, starting off with a teleport. Both won't even taking the risk.
Yeah, if you notice, every time he gets a chance to, he's almost been backdashing. There we go, just skating backwards, wave dash back, but Cetron, she'll get away from you. Isn't going too far, but even a wake up backdash, yeah, all about it there. And luckily, he didn't get murdered for going for the spear. So it's back to the corner here. It's Cetron with a teleport. Do you ever truly have her locked down?
Well, no bar of any kind now is Rewind, but Scar is still struggling to get in. Well, here's maybe a chance. No, amplify. Rewind stabbing in occasionally here. And we haven't even seen Scar have that much time to put out a Buzz hat from far. You know, that hasn't... Rewind's been too active. Rewind has been doing too much stuff to allow that very often.
Yeah, you're right. Rewind's just been kind of the more active of the two. What thread the needle right there? Could be the punish.
Okay,
wait a second. Didn't get what he wanted as far as position, but again against Cetron, you're gonna be playing this from start to end. The hat out. Nice little wave dash right there. And if you notice that the possessed hat
ginger on the approach
versus the pound, like it's actually gotten some pretty decent trades. He just hasn't had the health lead.
Wow, that was such a smart teleport! Finally, when there was Buzzed Hat out there, Buzzed Hat into teleport is a classic setup. Rewind was away. He read the situation perfectly, and now even though he's in the corner, he's still controlling things.
Ooh.
Okay, no more. He got there first? What a timing on these teleports. These have been killer. Even for somebody like Scar, usually so strong at that kind of thing. Rewind has had great moments these picks.
I think that Scar is definitely looking for something else at that time, right? And it's catching him off guard just a little bit, and in that little bit of hesitation, she's already safe. Already stealing a turn with a down one. Rebuilt the space. Got the air-to-air. Maybe assumed that breakaway was going to come. Rebuild the space. Initiate the zoning all over again. Really strong stuff from Rewind. That possessed hat is giving him a little bit of a second thought, though, when it's out there. But every time Scar is in this position, he's chasing Cetron every single time, David. He has such a health deficit every single time in these closing moments.
Oh, he's close. He's close though. 15 seconds. It's another coming down to the wire moment here. The block came out of Rewind. Not there the punish.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Time.
One mix.
Is it?
Does he have it? Does he have the time?
I don't think it's gonna be enough.
So.
Oh my goodness.
This defense by Rewind, it's not just that he's taking up a lot of space on screen and being active. This is not just straight up runaway Cetron, right? He's coming in for hits a lot, not with any commitment in them, but just putting out deadly wins, rebuilding space, you know, teleporting around. He's being quite active. And then also, when it comes to these moments of him needing to just stay still, not get hit at the end of these 2 rounds that he wins by timeout, he did that too. He's got that side of things on deck as well.
He's just playing it so patient. And it's not a playstyle that we're used to seeing out of Rewind an awful lot. Is that kind of more keep away. You know, Rewind's across the board, I think, always kind of been an in-your-face kind of player. Well, he's playing this so smart, and he's playing the health lead perfectly every single time.
Yes.
Health lead, and then he goes away. But he's relatively active early on, you know, up in his space. But I feel like to get the health lead, and then dip.
So we got Rewind up 2-1 versus Scar. Scar chooses to run it back with the same variation. You see what I mean? It's not just that Rewind is throwing out Hell's Wraths and Earthquakes from far. He also is coming up a lot. He's coming in just like this, right? He moves forward quite a bit, actually.
Yeah.
He just tried it again.
He's just dancing, and he catches a lot of the damage from those dashes, right? Dashes in, dashes out, and those raw specials, right? Whether it be the Rock, whether it be the Hell's Wrath, his teleports have been insane.
Yes, movement's been really good. Scar trying to move forward, didn't amplify.
Oh, now Scar has to work his way through the minefield.
Oh, again, the teleport timings are so perfect from Rewind.
Everything Scar tried right there. Came back to bite him as he goes back to the position he found himself in before. No resources on the screen and chasing Cetrion. Rewind has done just that. Made Scar come to him and made him pay for it. And we've seen it a lot out of these Cetrion players tonight. Even Dragon earlier against Sonic. It was just stopping the movement forward. And Rewind has had a nice mix-up of using that teleport to kind of disrupt the game plan even further. Out here in neutral, like at any time. We don't even know what's
and
coming.
He's calling up these timings on the Buzzed Hat really, really well, because you can keep that for a long time still, but Rewind nevertheless has called out like when it's gonna launch a bunch.
This is
His
just
mid-range control is there, his defense is there, his understanding of the timings that Scar would like to use offensively, it's all there.
Deep jump kick right there.
Close.
I think Rewind still tried to wake up with a backdash right there. What a savage. I do the same exact thing. Backdash, yep. Rebuilding that space, try to teleport again.
Scar was going to call it out, though, it looked like. You got to jump back. Is he there? He's not there in time. And Rewind's away back to this range here. Oh,
no,
God, he didn't expect it.
No one expects that to hit. No one expects that to hit. Not even these guys at the highest level. Nothing.
Okay.
I don't think there was anything Scar could have done right there. A lot of unbreakawayable damage. Even afterwards, you would have been at chip situation, standing, and should have jailed into chip pressure. So, wow, not what I expected really right there. Was Rewind after that first game really playing that matchup effectively. I guess that's the right word I can say is that he played that effectively.
Yeah, again, it just felt like all the aspects of his game, his timings that he picked to try to move away, his backdashes like you were talking about, those were excellent. He very rarely got punished on any of those. And he moved forward a lot. He moved into range for things like forward 2, forward 2, 3, deadly wins, all that kind of stuff. 1 deadly wins. Just very slight pressure that if it hits, fantastic. If not, I'm at an excellent range that I like as well. And then he goes back to the sort of hit and run game.
Yeah, and it was those hit and runs, you know, it was all the conditioning of those rock walls, of those teleports, of those Hell's Wrath. But more importantly, it was the rock wall in this particular variation of matchup because it takes away all the hats. But you know, all those rock walls and all those max distances that Scar kept getting clipped. You know, he eventually starts respecting those, and in that respect, dash up pressure, perfect mix up by Rewind. And how many times he did that throughout that set, right? Of you're respecting wall, okay, cool. I'm just gonna dash up in your face because I have a crazy dash anyway. What's up, Obstetrion? Whoa! You know?
Yeah, that's 100%. And that is hard for a lot of characters to deal with, right? Like, there's a lot of matchups where characters can punish it, they can deal with it. There's also a bunch where characters like just don't have that great of a set of options. A lot of characters can, on a read, deal with it if they just expect, like, well, you're not going to let the hat go right away. I'm going to be able to do something here. But there's a lot of characters as well that just are kind of stuck in these situations and have to make bad defensive reads. Cetrion is not one of those, it looks like. And so that was a really good pick right there by Rewind.
Yeah, strong stuff. Rewind is going to move on to the winners finals. We've got action happening across the planet here, David, as we have got all of these regions competing under 3 branches here. You've got the Intercontinental Combat, Europe East, West. You've got the Middle East and Oceania down there. That is going to be the Australians duking it out. As far as a couple other spots down there, that's the Intercontinental. The top 8 will advance to a regional final. For that, you've got the North American League, NA East, NA West, that you guys are watching here today. The top 16 will advance to the regional final here. You got Liga Latina, Brazil, Mexico, Latin American North, and South. Where the same thing as the Intercontinental top 8 will advance to a regional final, and all 3 of these are going to be stacked. Liga Latina has been looking incredible lately, so has the Intercontinental guys. The entire globe is playing some good Mortal Kombat right now, David, and it's all going down here on the pro competition. Each region has 8 events per region, points on the line. Get to those finales, and that's where the money's going to be on the line.
It's a great time to be a Mortal Kombat fan, not just for this, but there's a lot of stuff going on in the community as well. Hey, I mean, it's a bummer that we can't all hang out in person very often, but at least we have a game that lets us play online, and we have a lot of events for it. So we're going to the other side of winners top 8. This is King Gambler, as we expected, with the Nightwolf, but what variation is the question? And then for Hatman, it looks like it's going to be Jackie, despite him telling us that it's about to be a Scorpion, maybe it's going to be Shang. No, of course it's going to be the Jackie.
Yeah, so Gambler, I saw him bringing the launcher, and I'm really curious if he's complementing that with Command Grab, and it looks...
Yes, you are right.
That is the Command Grab. So this is a cool variation of Nightwolf to me, because you have the launcher, and you access the launcher off of your main offensive tool, which is 111, and now you've got a second mix-up off of that that's unblockable. So that's what this variation is going to be all about for Gambler. It's going to be every single 1, 1, 1, and 1, 1, 1 becomes a mix-up. And it's some major damage. On the flip side, we've got Hatman here. I actually didn't see the loadout quite yet. Is this upgraded gen?
It's Goop graded. Yep.
Ooh, Goop graded? Oh, that's a good name.
Goop graded. Yep. Taking some damage over time is Nightwolf right now. And he's standing in the goop as well. No, that's
all of that damage over time. It's so much. Burning on it.
It was just a little bit of damage over time. Stuff's on the ground. Yeah. Ooh, stay out of that.
Oh, it hurts. It hurts. If you guys ever panic never panic when the ooze is actually on you, because it's minute, it's nothing. Don't stand on it.
Yeah. Ooh, she had to get through it though.
Maybe that's that. Ooh, the chase.
Ankles. Okay, the grabs here. The character does snowball pretty well from the fourth row. And he does the big overhead and turns back into fatal. Just keeping it easy on himself here with hit confirm and fatal blow. Great little comeback right there by Gambler. All right.
What a cheeky Nightwolf move right there. Empty jump forward to
Fight.
Gambler breaking out the early card up his sleeve right there, because he hadn't established much of anything in that first game, David, as far as that command grab, right? We haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, okay, he can use it as an ender. He does stay close. Wow, wake up buttons!
If that was reactionary, that's really good, because, man, I feel like he may have reacted to that backdash by Gambler. It's not nothing really quick, but what a challenge, regardless.
Super cool idea. Hatman, Slayer hat. What a jump! And he's not going to get a conversion, though. Almost there for the end. Using that increased window on the flawless block timings for her pressure outside of the leap, or inside of the leap. Very nice. But still, Hatman taking it.
Really defensive there was King Gambler. He lost a lot of that remaining health just on block chip alone with that insane, you know, upgraded pressure we're seeing out of Jackie. And now the floor is lava. Gonna put himself onto it, and even there, that was about 7% health lost. Right there. You guys didn't even see it. It just happened.
Okay, yeah.
Oh no.
The goop, and here's the pressure even more. Advantage. Taking as many turns as he possibly can. Back grab is even more.
No reaction on the roll, and shot the wrong goop this time around. Gonna breakaway. No breakaway. Interesting choice. Gonna have to come off it there, and Gambler is now on the hunt. He does have the launcher here. Some big damage. Aim's got the command grab mix up here. One command grab mix up, and it's over. Oh! And that may be what actually did it in right there. Hatman may have read that or have gotten really aggressive on the wake-up button attempt. I don't know what just happened right there, but Gambler did have a lot of options after putting him in that kill scenario. Doing it for the Matoka. Oh, getting us started. What a comeback.
Still one of the best win screens in this game, in my opinion. Super sick ender. I like that command grab. We didn't see it a lot, but you know the threat.
Yeah.
The threat's there. Obviously,
exactly.
Hatman knows the threat
is there. And even me right there, David, I'm reading that he's going to do like a stand 1 command grab or a 1-1 command grab. And if he would have done that, he would have lost. Because Hat almost, again, I can't speak for him, but could have been galaxy brained enough to take the hit. Because again, if he would have done that, that would have been a game-winning read, I should say.
What do we got here?
That's a little too out there, though. Let's just say that. But these are the layers, and these are the things that these players think about, guys. Especially in those moments. A situation like this deep in bracket, winner's side top 8.
Yeah, man. And Gambler's shown that he has this ability to make a comeback, even if he's down in life. Although he's not right now. He dashes forward at just the right moment, no offensive bar available. He's still harassing with the stand 1-1. Oh, it's so good. Ooh. I for grab. Try empty jump grab. Yeah, the interruption was there, but it did nothing. Okay, here we go. Finally.
I'm beginning to think that every Nightwolf that does stand 3 is just messing up a flawless one. Because I think it's working off.
Okay.
That's an anti-air. Alright, Goo is out, forcing the movement by Gambler. One thing we're going to talk about with that Goo, now that we're seeing a lot more with this particular build of Jackie, is just how she's able to force you to move, and also kind of get you to walk into one of her offensive options. And even brought the knee, and the knee is low-key kind of crazy. Oh no, you're bleeding here. That's GG's. All you can just put more down.
No. Oh, I really like that idea right there. That was a super good call. But
if he was,
Hat does not have the air shrapnel, right?
Just relying on the Goop.
Yeah, I think this is like basic leap without cancels. Yeah, interesting. Okay.
Goes to show you the strength of really. You can just random select even the individual moves on Jackie and come out with something pretty good.
I mean, the character's been great the entire time. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Leaps right back in.
Very competitive, but that's also pretty cool in that she has a lot of freedom in her moves, right?
She's got a lot of stuff to do right now. She's just getting beat up right there as King Gambler gets the combos he needs. Gonna have an offensive bar that just came back. Oh, what an anti-air! Here comes Hatman, trying it out.
Ooh, I'm shocked that we haven't seen any pit throws at all.
No, you're right. Yeah, not even one. The only command grab we've seen is at the end of a combo. Yeah, maybe right there as well, but he read it properly. Hatman tried to get out. Gambler knew exactly what was coming. Still not even.
Gambler, he is playing the biggest no mix-up I've ever seen. Gambler needs to calm down right there. You know. It's gonna come into play at some point. I know it is, and it's gonna be so cheeky. Playing the health lead here, and nice, backing up, building the space, making Hat come to him here. Hat definitely has the damage and the explosiveness in that character to make him come back.
No, up at the bar though. That's gonna do it. It's 2-0. Look, I gotta be honest. I don't know if that was the strongest of Jackie's potential options. I'm with you that she's just a great character overall. She's obviously very good. But
oh yeah, there's obviously better combinations, but
you don't have the shrapnel cancel up there. I don't know. That's like pretty important for a leap, I would think. But anyway, we'll see what Hat does. He's got another variation he can pick here. Switch. Or even character if you'd like to switch.
Whoa! Hovering over Scorpion right now. Did you just pick Searing Rage outright?
Sea of Blood.
Let's see. What do we got? That looks like Searing Rage to me. That looks like Searing Rage to me.
Averk at the Dragon Temple also rocking just a standard variation of Scorpion. Gotta give credit where credit is due. NRS getting the variations right from the beginning with Scorpion. Let's go.
Really harassing with this. Looking for Spear big time. Okay! What a neutral jump! Nothing. Into a combo? Surprising. But he's got a chance.
So almost similar to what we saw with Jackie, you know, kind of taking away one of those options with the shrapnel. Here, he has limited himself without his teleport cancel. So he's got to be pretty committed here with the Searing Rage pick.
He will do a lot of damage, right? That's the big thing for this character. A lot of chip damage at the end. You need it. But the morality of the majority, maybe, of Scorpions that I see play are using teleport cancel. Teleport cancel plus like one other thing. Anyway, we'll see. He's got a life lead right now. He's backing off. He's playing it quite slowly. As Scorpion definitely can do. You never know when he's going to threaten his way in. The load start. Got it.
That comboed. A lot of hit advantage on that. It's a jump. I think it's a jump too. I'm kind of shocked at that combo. Must be a big punish. Nice, really good on Hatman there. Not to do that too early and actually chase him down. Knew the next string was gonna go pretty far forward. You talked about the damage. 469 damage. 469 damage.
And then he felt comfortable enough to take a risk after that. Why not? He had defensive bar and he had done so much damage.
Where's the flex steel guy? That's a lot of damage.
I don't think it's a command grab. It's just consistently not a command grab, dude. It seems like it's an end.
I would have got clipped. I would have read command grab about 7 times by now. Even
100%. Yeah. It's just not what he's going for. He's in trouble now. As Hatman trying to look for shit. Oh yeah.
Is gonna get it there too. What a pick. Caught him with a couple of kind of, you know, that raw low, really turning on that first round. And Gambler's looked a little lost in the sauce here. He's just trying to figure out how Hatman's playing Scorpion here, because every Scorpion plays differently, I feel like, or a lot of Scorpions play differently. Here, he's not teleporting a single time. He's playing a lot slower, playing a lot more grounded, and he isn't even trying to like whiff punish an awful lot. You know, he isn't playing just around that kind of back 3 and forward, back 1 and forward 3 range of Scorpion. He's gonna play outside of that. He's just big chilling then so far as Hatman here with this variation. It's been effective.
But you know that, like with the command grab on Gambler's side, there's the threat of that teleport. Could come.
Exactly.
It hasn't been random, but as Nightwolf, you can't feel comfortable about just like doing arrows and right. I mean, you have to keep that potential in your mind.
It's like, oh my goodness, never mind.
Starter big, yeah, the best part. Get out of there ASAP. Looking for the overhead. Oh no, the overhead's not much damage. The low is big time damage.
That's what's been working. Hatman is throwing like a trickier kind of thing. You know, I never see Scorpions just do like instant jump to, lower back three. And the low has actually got Gambler multiple times into the big damage, into these health deficits.
Enter again with command grab here, and he backs off. Sick! That was such a great keep up. No!
Wasn't close enough for it. Half expected that jump, and it turned to 50-50, and Gambler is gonna try to tie this up, coming in with the tomahawk. All the damage hidden here here with the lightning. 68 damage. That's an arrow. That's a shoulder.
Oh, he's kind of worried.
And for Hatman,
down forward going to be in there.
That's exactly what that down forward was going to go.
Sure.
You already know it.
For sure. And Gambler knows it. He's just trying to be away from that.
Oh my goodness! I read command grab. 1,000% 1-1 command grab was coming in my eyes, and
it's never come.
This is some biased commentary. Do the command grab.
Yeah, both of us
good
command grab players, but we're not seeing it.
I feel gotta be something with the conditioning here, because Hatman has been kind of aggressive, you know, in those staggers with Gambler might just not believe in it and believes that those 1-1-1s are going to lead into the Rising Tomahawk. Either way, not the story here, as Hatman is just running away with this set right now. Talk about someone who is comfortable, calm, and collected. Hatman here with the Scorpion pick has lit up this one.
To the nether realm with Scorpion win.
Look, before we went live, we asked players which characters are we going to see out of you, and a hat said that we're going to see Scorpion, maybe Shang. And then when it was Jackie, it was a different story, and it just did not look nearly as successful as the Scorpion we're seeing right now. This is looking really strong for him. And for Gambler, I mean, the Nightwolf, I think we're going to see Nightwolf again. I don't think we're going to see a character switch. But, dude, would you expect more mix-up heavy play at the end? I mean, he's gone 4 games without doing a command grab except as a combo ender.
Yeah.
4 games.
None in pressure. None whatsoever. And I find that shocking, given that is almost specifically designed to complement the Rising Tomahawk off of your 1-1-1 string, right? Get him early, condition him early with the command grab, enough to where they start to jump, to where they start to make micro-dug reads, and that's what opens up your 1-1-1 Rising Tomahawk. On paper, right? On paper. Could be a different approach here from King Gambler, but right there could have closed that around, you know?
Well, maybe he's just trying to play this long game of making it so Hatman does not expect it. You know, we'll see. We'll see. Game 5, one of these will make it into winners finals.
Every single 1-1 I'm just kind of looking for it right now, but boy, it's happening so well. It's been oh, there we go! Oh my god, it worked!
Uh-oh! Bring out more mix, we'll see.
100% hit rate, by the way.
Yeah, you're right. 1 for 1, baby.
Ooh, the fire's up.
Look, the range was up there. He didn't super far.
A lot of people are finding those jumps. Noob Saibot has one, Kung Lao has one with their jump 2s. and jump ones that are incredibly far-reaching, that are just really tricky. And Scorpion's looking like he's kind of joining that crew.
It is.
That's gonna be the round. King Gambler trying to put a tomahawk in this reverse 3-0 from Hatman. He's one round away from stopping it, but boys, this Scorpion turned everything around. It is so strong. This is on the winner's side, by the way. Loser not even eliminated. Both of these guys made it through the winner's side. Through some insane players we went over it earlier. Nash Van Tigers, a lot of killers both these guys went through. And right there, what Nightwolf can do is often the same mix-up with 1 and 1-1 in the command grab, can also reverse the position there and reverse the side switch.
Oh man!
That's a scary mix-up right there. 2-1. Is it what, +2 right there in the pressure? So you're just kind of holding that stagger. Either way, final game, final round. Both these players playing out of their mind right now. Hatman, I cannot believe that he has searing rage. A potential reverse 3-0 before our eyes.
Great, even still keeping him in the sky. Gambler does good damage. The knockdowns here.
Yes!
And the command grabs are coming out to play in this very
final round. In the final round, we see it on display, and here we go. The rising tomahawk, and even breaks the armor. Yeet! Oh!
Oh! He's alive. He's alive. Can find 3 hits here. He can take it. Absolutely searing rage.
Oh!
No, the arrow got there simultaneously, and Gambler's gonna take it and qualify for winners finals.
Oh! The bear.
Fatality.
I'm not gonna lie.
Wins.
I did that kind of wince that I think every man watching this stream did when that crushing blow happened, where you lean over and you're just like kind of like making sure everything's all right. Yeah, I had one of those moments too, guys, with that crushing blow. But those command grabs came out late in the set. Even then, few and far between, but worked when he did them. All of that conditioning paying off on the defensive side of things, or sorry, on the offensive side of things. But it was because he had kind of finally gotten Slayered Hat to block those strings all the way through, right? Because of that opening up the command grab late in the set.
Yeah.
That was just a wonderful set too. Down to the wire, final game, final round. Shouts to Hatman for putting on such a performance with that searing rage too. These competitive variation Scorpions putting in some work lately here in competitive Mortal Kombat.
I gotta wonder how it would have gone if he hadn't started out with Jackie for 2 games. I don't know.
Yeah.
I really like what we saw out of the Scorp. Anyway, we'll see in loser's side. He's not out. He's just gonna go down there, and we don't know who he's gonna play against yet. We'll find out in a little bit as we get now to the loser's side of things. If we can check out the bracket just briefly.
The classic one coming up too. Han Rashid versus Wound Cowboy. I cannot believe I'm finally saying Wound Cowboy in a Mortal Kombat 11 top 8 bracket. That is just a name that it should for all of you youngins, that name should invoke fear into the hearts of everyone in this.
He's an old family man now, but yeah, I mean, when he was taking competition seriously, he was always a threat. This is a guy who got Evo top 8 a couple of times. He was a big threat for a long time. MK9, MKX, right? He was legit for quite a in Injustice 1. Legit for a long time, and has always had a preference for kind of zonery character archetypes. He's doing the same here in his Shang. That's what I'm expecting, at least. And it's funny when you see him talk, and it's always been this way. You never really get a good idea of how strong or not he thinks the character is.
Yeah,
right. That's always been. Is he being serious that he thinks Shang is actually not that great, or not?
Yeah,
it's never been super clear to me. But anyway, that's.
He's kind of always been that way, has Wound Cowboy. Yeah, but before we get into talking about him a little bit more, let's give a huge shout out to Astro Gaming. Thank you guys so much for being the official audio partner here of the Mortal Kombat 11 Pro competition. All of the caster audio is powered by Astro for the entirety of the season. Please visit astrogaming.com TOP8.com to find out more information on their officially licensed PlayStation audio products available now. Go check them out. Astro, thanks for powering the pro competition. And this next match going to be insane. On the other side, from Round Cowboy, we're going to have Han Rashid. And I talked about a dark horse, any bracket this guy's in.
Yeah, this is a player from SoCal. You know, player's been playing NRS games for a long time as well. And he told us that he's been playing a lot of Fujin, right, ever since that character came out. Before that, he was a Lu main. And he also said that he could be playing Johnny or Spawn. We'll see. Maybe it's none of those, like half of the players so far that we've seen.
Yeah.
He beat Jukes on his way. Strong player. Yep. Jukes still in loser side in top 8. And, you know, Han said, as far as his thoughts on the matches, feeling positive about my gameplay yesterday. Hopefully I can do the same here. So just coming in as he usually does, you know, kind of earnestly looking to do well.
And he always does that. You know, there have been a couple of iterations of NRS games where he's kind of been quiet for the first year and just snuck up and murdered everyone. He here in year 2 has been in the hyperbolic time chamber. I mean, he was the original Shang Tsung, or one of the original Shang Tsungs of our community back in the day. You know, one of the best players throughout all of NRS history. And Han Rashid, who, like I talked about earlier, can beat anyone on any given day. So I expect this to be a really good matchup from the ground up. And it's going to be Fujin for Han Rashid and Shang Tsung for Wound Cowboy. Wound getting a big win over Cusco to make this top 8 as well.
Fight.
Wound's quote was, "Stay in school." Like a true old man.
What a legend.
The build collector he's got here. Okay, very grab focused so far. Got pushed, I think, is what we saw, as well as Skywalker. And Arsenal, I think, is a pretty classic loadout. A lot of people are doing classic job. Wound with the ground eruption. Okay, he's gonna come party as Fuji. Got a mirror match for the next 5 seconds.
Now, one thing I've always wanted to know. I'm gonna swap back right there and try to steal it immediately. That was really good by Han to try to check him and try to get a punch. But he actually used Soul Steel. No other competitive Shang Tsung, I think, on planet Earth. Feel free to correct me on that. Use this Soul Steel. Will he be the one? Will he be the chosen one? The chosen Shang Tsung? Once more.
You gotta feel pretty confident in your ability to play the opponent's character, because if not, you're gonna get, you know, not just do badly, but you're gonna get killed as you're going back into your regular Shang Tsung.
Oh no. I mean, up for the kill. Nope, 15 health remaining. A sliding throw with the forward 3! Perfect use of that string. Dashing out with the KP.
Sliding right into home.
Woo! It's crazy. Wound has Han Rashid blocked on Twitter, and he still was able to slide into those DMs. I don't know how he did it.
There. It's out of there immediately. Gets that full space. Okay, the explosion to the rescue. Very meter intensive right now with Han Rashid. You're not doing any damage on push unless you amplify. Literally. Whoa, okay. Hello, the big risk. The big risk!
Oh no. He's trying to set up that KB. Wants to judo chop him right in the forehead. Super solid player right now. Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. There's that mid-range though where it gets a little bit risky versus the twos from Fujin. Actually, that range. Wow, it was so close!
That almost worked! It almost
You can see the armor.
I could hear it
Almost
in your voice. It was right there. Wow.
Right there.
This stage gave Shang another corpse to throw. That's not fair.
He was running out. On here. Oh my gosh, the respect! Lovely whip punish out of Han, and he's got some corner pressure here. Will it be stronger? Yep, in there. Ooh, that's a roll.
Check with the throw. Tried to do something right there. I think he tried to come in with the safety of that string, just with the whiff. Not letting that second part come out. On Cowboy, I think you could just
Almost there.
one fatal blow right there. Not 100% sure.
I kind of think you're right. He's going for chip now! Can he get there? And he
puts out one of the scariest jump kicks in this game. Shang Tsung's is that perfect 45-degree god kick that you want in a character.
That angle, it's like a knife coming out of a hot piece of butter, you know? Yeah, it's this angle that so many characters have so much trouble with.
Big air-to-air. Mountain Cowboy taking game number 1. That's a close one there, and it's such a cool matchup because you have, you know, Shang Tsung throwing out all of these zoning tools anywhere on the screen, and you have Fujin that can kind of, you know, be that threat that could go from full screen to in your face in just a second in one Skywalker, right? In 1-4-3. Fujin. And how that's coming to play, you know, these were playing mind games everywhere on the screen, whether it be full screen, Mountain Cowboy's trying to throw something and say, is he going to do that? Is he going to do this? Do I place it here because of that? Do I place it there because of that? Constantly happening in this matchup. And
I like this Fujin pick too because there is that push there, so you have, I don't know if you'd call it zoning really, but you do have a full screen threat. You have to amplify it for it to do damage, but you do have this threat that makes zoners think twice about whether they're going to throw projectiles. Wow! Okay, starting the party early.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate that if Shang does one corpse drop, you have to do about 14 of them to catch up.
Right.
But you're right, it is an option, and it is something that, bam, check it.
Yeah, it's...
But Wound, gonna be...
Trades don't matter on it, right? Like, you literally aren't doing damage unless you're down.
Yeah, and you know that Wound knows that, right? He's gonna sit back and go, I'm winning all these trades, I'm perfectly fine. Ooh! Messing it up a little bit, was Han? Trying to move forward.
Great little whip punisher. Here's the flawless. There's no meter for the up, but it's okay. He's taking advantage. He's looking at Hicken firm that 4-3 by itself, by the way.
Oh, these boys are out here swinging right now. Rashid may have messed up right there. Such an instant jump normal. Could have been an air-to-air read that he had lost multiple times, but why he did it so instantly. Unfortunate input air. Oh, we got the conversion!
That was big, right?
That's kind of godlike.
Gorgeous. That is a little weird to punish. So now Wound. He could threaten the corner. Yeah, Cowboy's here. Okay, waltzing in. Not sure if that's really what he was looking for, but it all did pay off. And now we got this full screen control, a little bit of it anyway.
I've been very impressed with Mountain Cowboy's zoning right now. He has placed his zoning so well. That's always something to keep a look at, guys. Yeah, you can be like, oh, he's just throwing stuff. No, it's where you throw it, and that's the art of zoning. Especially against a character like Fujin, who has so many options to get through your options. He's gonna be able to break it. Yes, gets out the fatal blow. Of course, come off it to secure the round.
Yeah, that's been huge. You're right that typically Cowboys had really, really good positioning, as he usually does. That's something we've expected from him for a decade now, almost. But when it comes to Rashid, he's been able to sneak in there. Pushes at least making Cowboy thinking about it sometimes. Lovely whip punish on the back one. He's got some damage available. Doomy drops!
No, that crazy jump kick. Yeah, I think it was he went back a little too far and had just run out of time before the active frames that jump kick got out there on the screen. He goes underneath the jump in, push himself to the corner and sit back down. The straight skulls this time around from Mountain Cowboy, changing things up even with the projectiles thrown.
Out of there. Can we get a punish? Not quite. And no offensive bar, but still we do have some control. Not for long. Will he break? No, that was the read.
Han is coming to life right now, though. Wait a second.
There's Cowboy taking the life lead for sure. Super close right now, though. Oh, he jumped in! And he was going to break.
Got some huge damage! Wait a second! Han Rashid! Taking that with the interactable. That was... I don't even think Wound was ready for that. For just how quick that interactable gets you from point A to point B. assume that he would have been safe with a little bit of recovery on a Skywalker read, maybe? Like, worst case scenario, right? Worst case thought that he may have been safe throwing that. And Han Rashid card up his sleeve. Beautiful, beautiful use of that. To take that and to do the early down 2 in case of the breakaway. Got the best of both worlds. Got him off the defensive bar and got the max damage of the down 2 right beforehand.
Yeah, bit
good
of a
sequence
for Cowboy that he broke away like a little bit too late, right? After the down 2 had already connected. But still, wow, this is a really close set. I like this so far.
And even after the breakaway, it looked like WoW and Cowboy tried to get really aggressive and wake up buttons. I think that one frustrated him a little bit. 8 the back 1-1 for the victory for Han Rashid. 1-1. This is a good one.
Cowboy with the old man Shang. It's appropriate.
Oh, it's so fitting.
It's very fitting.
Is WoW and Cowboy old? I have no idea.
I mean, compared, well, he's been playing for, you know, whatever MK9 came out, 9-10 years at this
You're right,
point.
he's old.
Is he literally old? I mean, none of us is actually old, dude. But, you know, I call myself old. I'm not old. That's what I'm telling you. Please believe it.
David, you might... I'm just kidding.
Got him on the punish. That was so sick on the ball. Well, not too much after that.
He was still able to reverse position too. There was Hunters. You see the last second glide to the it like double hopped the corpse there, where he was behind and then in front at the last second. I think that was really good manipulation of it by Han Rashid, saying you're gonna stay into this corner. Short hop kick, the forbidden tech. Instant overheads. What is this necromancy?
Look at this harassment. Yeah, we've already seen the punish a couple of times here for Han. That range right there, and I'm surprised to see Cowboy walk into it. He walked purposely right up to that exact spot and brought up the upskill.
If he's making reads like that, he should pick up Sub-Zero. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay.
Heck, and instantly into the upskill. Here, the grab comes. Cowboy's got a little bit more work to do. And the low again, just taking movement at that range. It's not even overhead low mix-up, it's just calling out the opponent's trying to walk around.
Yeah, it's actually not that crazy of a read if you think about it. You know that your opponent just wants to get in.
Yo! The back kicks! Great block confirm by Han Rashid. I'm super impressed with his hit confirming the 4-3. No amplify. It's not there yet. Cowboy's stuck. Look at him just in the corner. He would love to get out, but can he?
Oh my god! Okay. What? I don't think that was a read of anything. I don't know what you read right there.
Well, he read a button, and that's exactly what came. So he's correct.
Oh my goodness!
It's 2 games to 1.
Han, you better calm down, man. He 1-1. Like, is there anything that Shang does there that could have left a big enough gap to Fatal Blow? And my answer is I don't think so, which is why I think that that's savage.
It's definitely savage. That's a good way to put it, but it worked, so what can you say? It's just so common that you see Shang's harass, right? 1-1 into whatever, grab, more 1-1s, whatever it is. It's not plus. I think it's -2. You might call me on that, but I think it's -2 on block. So I mean, it's not like it's you can fit in stuff in there. And Han decided to fit in a Fatal Blow, and he was right.
Sometimes you're so galaxy brained that no one else on Earth can understand you, and that is Han Rashid sometimes. Guys, go back to more recently in Injustice 2. Go back to some tournaments where you look at the bracket and just watch Han Rashid kill every top player on the planet. This is the caliber of player that we're talking about. Han Rashid is that guy that can beat anyone on any day in these games. And with reads like that,
for a long time. Yeah.
Could keep it up here.
Good right now. One more game and he moves on and loses side. But yeah, the movement speed. Well, okay, back and forth.
Okay.
You can count on, I think, Fujin a lot of the time to be moving around, right? Fujin's character does not want to just sit still. So the slides kind of make sense, I think, but nevertheless, it could be that Han's outside of your slide range even. What a block here. Han maybe catching on.
Wow, that was such a good block. And again, that becomes a 50-50 if you cut the rope down.
Couldn't even get out the last hit of that string. This is Han in control.
Han just took the wind out of me, and that is not a pun on Fujin, by the way. I'll go and stop that right now.
Let's do 30 seconds. Doesn't do any damage. Not gonna hurt him from this range. With meter now, yes it will. Look at that! As he had frozen and he knew it. Versus Wound Cowboy. Knockdown into the chase. Too far. It's match point for Han.
Round 2. Fight.
Okay, Matrix Han machine. Does bring out the second part. Too far!
It's great that most of that whip, even though Fujin was covering half of the screen. Knockdown here, and One Cowboy swinging right there. I may have expected the breakaway. Playing this so smart. Huge health lead. Wound. Running out of health. Not a big damage character either.
Yeah, he's gonna need to whittle away a lot of life here as Han just wave dashes in there just like that.
He's all over the place right here.
The threat of forward 3, a push. Yeah, forward 3 yet again. The grab is gonna do it.
Whoa, no!
I bid you farewell.
Oh, that was unnecessary. That's a lot of
Again,
blood.
I think it's super cool. The Cowboy up here in top 8. So congrats to him for doing it. That was great. Love to see more of that. But, you know, I'm also really happy for Han Rashid, fellow SoCal player. Been strong for a long time. And he's going to move on into the next round of losers side, where it looks like he'll play against Scar.
Yeah, really good adjustments. It looked like he had finally gotten comfortable being a little more aggressive moving forward. You know, we saw less specials and forward threes, and we saw more wave dashes, I think, as that set went along. And look at Fujin's wave dash, take it in the lab, and you'll see him go from full screen to in your face in about half a second if you can only if you can actually do it, right? It is a higher execution thing to do in Mortal Kombat 11, which is actually being consistent at wave dashing, especially beyond a certain point. You know, I like to put it kind of the double wave dash, which is just canceling one dash into another, is one of the easiest things to do in MK11, and I say that as a Kodokan player, so that comes with a bias tree. But the double dash is really easy to do. Triple dash is pretty easy to do, but beyond that, it gets really hard, even for people that are really good at it. And so when you see like dash 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 dash, that's someone that's really good at wave dashing, and you saw that once or twice there out of Han. But even that double and triple range, able to close that gap so much faster, and it's harder to react to on the defensive side of things, right? If you're sitting there looking for the Skywalker, if you're looking for the 4-3, and he's dash dash right here in your face, it becomes a lot scarier in the situation. So Han Rashid with some good execution to complement the Fujin. Really good stuff.
I thought he looked great, for sure. Lots of exciting stuff there to watch. A lot of exciting stuff to do over on PlayStation, if you want to check that out, where you can play. This is the MK11 Pro Comp presented by PS4 Tournaments. Weekly competitions for all skill levels. Compete against friends and rivals for unique rewards. You can visit the PS4 Competition Center. It's got an inside look at how top players play and tips and tricks for players of all skill levels. Check it out at compete.playstation.com. Sign in with your PSN and you can get the party started.
Absolutely, guys. Compete.playstation.com. It's that easy. Go sign up, enter these tournaments yourself. All those regions available that we talked about earlier, all around the globe. Go ahead and join 8 weeks of action. So get in there, and you could be right here. We could be talking about you in these brackets. So get in there, sign up, and hopefully get some W's.
All right, well, next couple players both need W's. This is going to be Too Easy and Jukes coming up next in loser's side. So
this is going to be an offensive match right here. This is what I'm reading.
We'll see. So Too Easy lost to Rewind. It's only lost so far. Rewind's looking pretty good. He's in winners finals. And beat Nubcakes. Too Easy beat Nubcakes in part to get here. Says on his matches, Oh, my first match is an upgraded Jackie. See y'all in week 2. He also says, too easy is his quote. As far as Jukes beat Crispy Fungus, Titanium Tigress to get here, only lost to Han Rashid so far, who also looks good as we just saw. Says it'll be a tough one since Too Easy uses Cetrion and he's had a lot of practice with her, so it should be a good match. But
it's not what
Too
we're
Easy told me
whatsoever.
It's not going to be a character that he typically picks. He's not going to play a character that we're used to seeing from him, and indeed, it's going to be Shiva.
Somebody skipped leg day.
Do we have Dragon Dance? Did you see what the build is?
Yes, we do.
That's the tone I
yes,
use
we
for
do.
Round 1. Fight.
Drag is the character that a lot of people started seeing last weekend at the We Play event, where, of course, Foxy and where Tekken Master used the character really well. That stance is strong, there's no doubt about it. There are some things that you can do, some characters can press buttons in between. I don't think, I should say, not just buttons, but some specials, some trades and the like. But you're making reads. You know, you can flawless block as well. You're making reads in those situations. And the way from range, it does control her movement pretty well.
The way that we like to talk about Dragon Stance, in talking with a lot of players that had to deal with it at that We Play event, and the way I phrased that, again, had to deal with it, was that, you know, you have to show them that you do have, that you can deal with it, right? If you show them flawless block, if you show them trade, little things like that, then it gets you to layer 2 behind it, which is the fact that she can cancel it meterlessly. So, but it's early on, like you talked about, you have to be the one to kind of show that and get her to the next levels of mix-ups, otherwise you're just going to get bullied by this stance.
Oh, big chance, big chance. Here's Jukes. Grab, it's into the corner now. Too Easy, wow, the roll into button, just like that, looking for the break, nothing came. In the corner, this is definitely better. You know, in the corner, the characters who can trade in between string into activation. Here we go with the big read on down 2.
Oh, it's gonna hurt. AD
applies the bleed
to the skies. Oh no! Oh, that's just wrong.
Well, this is Jukes on making his way back in. Oh no! He gets sniped. Anti-air right there.
Look at her
in the sense of
holding
cannon fired up at an angle. The battleship Shiva right there with anti-air guns ablazing.
Isn't it crazy how fast that fireball leaves her hand? She yeets it at a flick of a wrist.
It's definitely
and
legit,
has just
man.
shown.
There's no doubt about it.
It's showing why he brought this variation. And we saw that.
Yeah, and
man, it is even a menace at full screen, and mostly because of her ability to do the upshot and stop those approaches. Right? Oh. Very strong, and it just takes a big read to get through.
And this is a character that I think works well versus Jackie. You know, you can see preemptively kind of looking for air control, as we just saw right there. And Jukes is just gonna play Jackie. I mean, I almost never seen him play somebody other than Jackie. And in a moment like this, I would expect him to just go back to it, which he is. So I think that this is a great pick by Too Easy. That mid-range, that far even control, the chip damage up close, the fact that on actual confirm you can also do damage because he's got the rush punch, whatever it's called. But look at this backdash into this activation as well. And the amplify is that super slow thing, and there's some real obnoxious setups with the stomp in conjunction with that. However, there's a range there, okay, we just saw it just behind it, where the low
there we go.
Fireballs, not literally low hitting, but they will whiff, and also if you neutral duck against the straight ones, they will also whiff. There's a range where that's like that.
Oh, the big read? And with no breakaways, it's gonna be a big cash out here. Just how big? Gonna need one more. Guns below. Jukes, applying this pressure, but so much damage has already been done. Here we go.
What? Punch walk? Just like that with Fatal Blow? I mean, Jukes had some pressure finally go, and it took a game and a half to get there. And as soon as it was there, Too Easy shut it down.
He woke up with the Shokan haymaker, clipped her out of the sky, said, "Get back down here, Miss Briggs. We're not done here."
And those cancels, yeah, like you mentioned, those at range, it's gonna be hard to punish those. Oh, here's a moment.
There we go.
Oh yeah.
That's the beauty of this character is it doesn't take many reads, and they are gonna be there. But early on,
there's the golden turn.
Uh-oh.
That fireball stand cancel, that is always, it's minus double digits. But you gotta call it out, right? It's just a specific read you have to make as a defender.
No bar to back that up.
Ooh.
That got scary.
He gets scary.
He didn't have leap, none of it scary.
Had enough sport.
I hate to be the one to say it, but he, just like earlier, probably should have come off that fatal blow right there. Instant air-to-air fatal blow. Oh my goodness, and it's going to cost him. I think Jukes had it right there in the corner. Was trying to cash out with something a little more optimal, trying to save that fatal blow. I think that's the second time that we've seen it cost someone here tonight, David.
Hard to be that aware all the time, but at this level of play, it's one of the things you need to be doing. So Too Easy was one of the players who was there at the WePlay event last week. And you know, you ran. I'm sure y'all were playing in the back as
Definitely
well.
Learned something, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely,
yeah.
Definitely took something away from that event. That's for sure. But as we saw, even at that event, a couple answers kind of were found because everything that comes out of that stance happens to be a projectile. There's characters that can take away projectiles in this game. But for Jukes right here, you mentioned doesn't play many characters outside of Jackie. I think he had a Sub-Zero really early on in the game. I could be wrong about that and lying to your guys' face, but I'm pretty sure he played Sub-Zero at an early Texas event. But again, I could be wrong. But upgraded just...
I mean, if I've ever seen him play anything else, it's been a long time since then. And he's been comfortable with upgraded. Look, I mean, upgraded herself got a couple of, nerfs, I guess. There's a greater flawless block window on her pressure from the sky. The dash punch is unsafe now. Like a couple of things. But most people who are playing Jackie have moved on to incorporating the goop as well. And he's not doing that. He's playing a straight up upgraded Jackie.
Yeah, goop clinch as well at the arsenal. Oh boy. Oh no.
It's a really hard situation to deal with, yeah. Stun gun headbutt, baby.
Ooh, no ender.
Challenge.
Want to commit like just in case the early breakaway on the 2-1, I guess. Just guaranteed damage right there. Guaranteed damage. Woo! The queen is about to collect another victim here, David. Match point now for Too Easy.
Fight.
Looking really strong. What a call! The full juggle! Oh, okay, that was the three of them though already was awesome.
Easy, almost waking up with a down. Tried that anti-crossover launching down too. I respect it.
No offensive bar though, unfortunately. Here it is.
Jukes?
Coming to life, maybe. And the grab works. Okay, well, look, it's going to be a very long road because Too Easy's already at match point, but Jukes looked really good in that round.
Fight.
Starts off with a big read. Got some reads to it. It was great as Too Easy got the breakaway. He does on the back of Jukes' mic. Tag it in the assist too. That's unfair.
Gonna need it right now. As the bleed is okay. Look at Jukes doing damage to himself, but alright, no big deal. He done way more to Shiva. Trying to steal a turn in there.
Oh. I think that he even tried to like double, like he tried to get to the peak of his jump right there, the peak of his leap, and then shrapnel up and still
What a mess.
Beautiful game there. But it was crazy how he was still able to get sniped from that high up, off of the Too Easy read of the upshot or of the up fireball out of the Shokan stance. But Jukes coming to life. Those reads are there. Jackie's pressure is still insane as long as he can close the gap. At worst, 3 times in a round. So if he can pull this off, or if he can get him just once and just never let go of the gas pedal, because we do see Jackie do that an awful lot, where she just has to get him one time. She has the mix-up available, the damage to back it up, and this is doable.
Definitely still a big threat of a character.
Yeah. One wrong fireball out of that Shokan stance. She's coming in from downtown for 300 plus.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing that typically Shiva, I mean, she'll do good damage if all the fireballs hit. But she is taking a risk on those, just like this, okay! As Jukes finds, even in the breakaway, 200 damage.
There's another 200. Ooh, this is gonna be big.
For break. Jukes, I don't think has broken in those situations.
I think he also learned from that WePlay event, David, to just not break away against his character.
There you go again! But just like that, he's not just gonna even it up. He's gonna gain the life lead.
Oh no! David, you cannot. When you've only had those couple of opportunities. Oh, not like that. He's gonna get another one.
We're in.
Oh, when he come out the feet? No! Not again.
Get the button in the sky. He's gonna look around because of two huge moments in that round from Jukes. Just didn't get what he needed.
Fight.
Jukes is gonna need a lot of mental fortitude to come back from this. Okay.
Beginning.
Or 9-frame mid.
Also pretty good. The setup. And I think 2Easy's only gone for the cancel one time, so it's almost never. Yep, just content to take his chip. Ooh! Tried to stay on top. I like the idea.
I think there was a straight shot that got him on the second one.
There's the cancel.
Oh, that's cancel.
Again, minus double digits there for doing that.
I don't know what that amplify did. It looked like he just only threw the one projectile. Cause that's where you like throw all of your remainers left,
I think we have
right?
one left. Yeah.
What a troll.
He's looking good. Oh no.
Okay.
Almost there. He was so close. You know, if you find one hit, oh maybe.
You absolutely have to come off this. Do not make the same mistake twice. Jukes is gonna stay alive here. Let's see if the scaling favors him here. Oh, this roundhouse is definitely gonna go in for the kill.
Just another free
So despite those two misses before, he's still alive. Still match point though for 2Easy. Starting it. Okay, the mix-ups are working out, and the grab. Jukes is alive. Jukes is alive. Didn't think it was gonna hit.
Everything is working. Everything is working now. Hold on. Wait a second.
2Easy.
I think that was the
Final round and fatal. That's fine. But he now needs more work, and I mean he's got a character who isn't gonna do a lot of damage all at once, especially the way he's using her.
Jukes trying to get the dash punch range. Oh, okay. Gives a reset and caught 2Easy swinging. Wait a second. We're going to a final game, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, did this come out of nowhere? So many ups and downs.
So if you're 2Easy, what do? Do you stick with Shiva? This character as a character I do feel deals well with upgraded Jackie, but as this goes on longer and longer, it feels like Jukes is taking more control. Because if you think about it, even in that game, if Jukes hadn't dropped those two big moments, that wouldn't have even gone to that final round.
Exactly, and I thought that's what it's going to come down to right there, was the fact that Jukes, I thought, may have let that go, if I'm being completely honest with you. Couple of huge drops, couple of lack of, closing out rounds with Fatal Blow. A couple of opportunities where he did get some really clutch leaps into some crucial dropped combos. I thought we saw him slowly start to give that away, but never out of it.
He's back in.
That final round, that definitely came back to life. It's gonna be 2Easy. That's gonna need to tighten up here a little bit, and maybe we might start to see some of those layers kind of be unraveled maybe see some more stance cancels or no cancels whatsoever, and just try to keep resetting the neutral and keep playing it like he did in those first couple rounds. But Jukes, I think, is starting to finally get a little bit of a feel for when he wants to leap, and may have caught onto a couple of the I don't know, a couple of the patterns that Too Easy has maybe thrown at him here.
Well, just like you said, we might see more of the layers. That's exactly what Too Easy just brought out. He went in for the grab in the way that he hadn't before. So he is trying to do what you were just describing. So far, looking pretty good, keeping his character and his opponent at most of the screen. He called it out. There it is, Jukes. Jukes is in. His mixer is all working out. That says he out of the corner. Oh! Yo, into fatal Shirley! I can't believe it! He's like, not just staying alive here, but he has. Are you kidding me? This match point.
Are you kidding me?
It's not quite nearly.
I haven't dead yet. Oh no, the top coming! It's gonna amplify! I can't believe it! I can't believe it!
The man did
that was
on a huge read to get to his own match point again.
This is insanity. Let it rip right there on Wake Up. That was insanity. Match point now for Too Easy, but Jukes is just not let go of the gas pedal whatsoever. Has taken 80 health in 4 seconds, I feel like. Someone a little upset for letting that last one go, I think. What a match. Out of the sky sniping. Is Too Easy gonna make this comeback now? Fatal Blow's locked and loaded.
Why not? If he finds one more hit. The grab.
I don't even know where that fireball hit her. Went straight to the sky.
He's looking for the arrow push each time right now. Can Jukes take advantage of that? Jukes the down one. Too Easy after all.
Off of some insane defensive decisions from Too Easy. Clutch in the final moments. Wild Wake Up.
I'm thinking back to that Wake Up teleport.
Yeah, Wake Up teleport. So it was a very aggressive read, and it was a very solid, defensive decision to wait out the double shrapnel blast. Read it, get the down one out, straight into the fatal blow. That was just clutch from Too Easy, but you gotta give it to Jukes for the comeback as well, making those mid-set adjustments, able to make that look a lot more competitive than those first 2 games, bringing us all the way. Guys, that was an exciting matchup. Great job to both those players.
That was awesome for sure. Very interesting to see that change, from not change, but Too Easy to go directly for Shiva. And to even say in advance, look, I'm not going to go with the character that you think I'm going to go with. This is a guy who I already think has a lot of characters up his sleeve, but there's another one looking really strong.
That's the beauty of Too Easy is, sometimes you'll still know the character he's going to play, but you still have no idea what he's going to do to you. Because even in his gameplay, he likes to keep you kind of on your toes, with that Sub-Zero. You never know when Raw Slide's going to come. But then from Shiva, it was actually really, really solid stuff, and I really love... there at the end, betting it all on defense, right? Wait, beautiful anti-air, beautiful use of everything that he had available to close that out. And yeah, just showing why he's one of the top MK players right now on the planet. Too Easy's been having a really good 2020, especially since Ultimate has dropped. Has a couple of big online wins coming into this, so he's definitely riding some momentum and still alive and already at a minimum of 5th. That's a pretty dang good tournament for him, and there's only still more to come as both him and Han are going to move on from the losers round 1 of that bracket. We got Rewind and King Gambler still left on the winner's side, but before we get into those matches, guys, we're going to take a quick break. Before we do that, I'm going to shout out the merch store here for the Pro Competition. Rep your realm and go visit the Pro Competition merch store. Browse the apparel featuring your region's league and favorite MK11 players. Go check it out, Amazon.com/Mortal Kombat. And we'll be back with some more Mortal Kombat in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere.
Hello. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Darth Arma. I'm joined by Ultra David and a very, very cute cat. Ultra David, tell us a little bit more more? That's what I want to know. MK11 can wait for a little bit, but I'm always willing to drop everything for a beautiful cat.
This is Ajax. Say hello to Ajax. He knows how to open and close doors, so, you know, here he is hanging out.
Smart cat.
Good
Not
boy.
every cat can figure that out.
All right, so we're coming back into here, but just wanted to shout out PlayStation, which is, of course, presenting this stuff. We are doing an MK11 Pro Comp presented by PS4 tournaments. There are weekly competitions for all skill levels. Compete against friends and rivals for unique rewards. You can visit the PlayStation 4 Competition Center, compete.playstation.com. It has an inside look at how top players play, tips and tricks for players of all skill levels. Sign in with your PSN ID, and you can also see a list of available PS4 tournaments to sign up for. A lot of stuff to check out over there. But we are moving on our side of things into the next round of matches. What do we got?
Yeah, man. So so far, the way everything has panned out, you know, you saw Scar going down to Rewind on the winner's side, and Hatman going down to very close 2-3 from King Gambler. And on the lower side, we saw Wound Cowboy, you know, making the first top 8 appearance for Mortal Kombat 11. Unfortunately, going out at 7th against Han Rashid, which was a really, really good set. And Too Easy edging it out by sticking with Shiva over Jukes. That one was close. At that point, when it came to the Game 5 scenario, I thought Too Easy was going to switch to Sub-Zero. Most of the chat thought Too Easy was going to switch to Sub-Zero, but you know, you really got to be, you got to give it to him for picking up a new character entirely. You know, being someone that has so many characters and being able to pick up more, like, kind of nuts. But you know, Too Easy pulled it out. And it looks like we have Han Rashid versus Hatman. Han Rashid sticking it out here with Fujin pretty much for the most part ever since Aftermath. And man, the control that Han Rashid has, I just love it. I love
of your mother are true.
Yeah, he's very fluid. His hit confirms are really strong, and now we're going to see Hatman with Katana, a character I've seen him play in the past as well. Did you notice his variation? What do we got here?
I didn't pay attention to it. I was still looking down at everything else that I have going on here, but I'm sure we're going to know.
He's got
Katana, yeah, low fan is really good for mix-ups. She has a few overheads in her strings. That's going to be a punish. No, he drops the opportunity. He thought he was going to amplify it, so he just kept waiting. Low fan getting right under that.
Hey, there's that works because you're looking for low fan.
Yeah, exactly.
Hatman here pressuring sweep. Oh no, I don't know if that was intentional. Using the interactive one instead of maybe amplify something. Happens to me sometimes.
Oh yeah. Very, very common there, especially if you have the shortcuts on. Good confirm into the fatal blow.
You know, his use of fatal blows has been really interesting. He's been willing to take risks on that. He's been willing to just bring it out very quickly, very suddenly in some cases. That looked like a straight up buffer right there.
Round two.
Yeah. And, you know, again, it's round number 1. You know, if it connects, cool. You get to win the round. If it doesn't, that's fine. You still have that resource for a little bit later in the next 2 rounds if you want to use it. Nice cancel to go for a throw mix there instead of going for the normal back throw that a lot of people are expecting. Again, he's trying to trigger the failed escape here, trying to do something. But Hatman,
Hatman's in trouble in life here. Oh, yo, that was back off the shimmy. There's a little bit of left. No, not even that. He's gonna cut it. Han with just complete control in the second round, especially.
That was somebody getting shimmied like clean out of their boots, like out of their body, out of everything, and then back to where he was. Oh, that was Han Rashid in full control here. What I was gonna say is, like, usually Han Rashid, you know, will play I feel like more of a conservative style, but I feel like Fujin's kind of given him the, you know, the green light to play a little bit more up close, space control, great movement, and you know, I feel like he's always doing stuff. He's always on the move. He's always like making you play his game.
What do we got from Hatman now? Are we gonna see a switch? Slayered Hat here looks like he's gonna go to Shang. This is a character he said that he might use as we were gonna watch. And you know, we did just watch this, didn't we? We just saw Fujin versus Shang. from Wild Cowboy, but is it maybe a different variation? Ground Eruption and Shake. So we saw Ground Eruption and Slide. Now we see Ground Eruption and Shake.
Yeah, so this one, I guess it's going to have a little bit more... I mean, you know, Shake isn't just for projectiles. Shake, you know, they do very specific things to it. It will just come down on you. So let's see how he can use it here.
What a
Not sure why. Yeah. Oh, just swinging with those far-range normals, making the connection, trying to possibly go for the back throw for the corner positioning, but Han Rashid all over it. Unfortunately, he gets hit by some ground eruptions.
And that's they're so good on the forward 3. That's so strong to be able to do that on reaction. And he's in control. He's got a life lead. He's pressuring. He's got a punish.
Oh, man. Pay attention to the detail there, going over to the left side, making sure that he kept his opponent in the corner. And the execution for Fujin is not easy at all. Definitely one of the higher execution characters.
6+ frames here, and Han just hanging out. Pop in the corner. What an answer! He was just waiting for it seemingly, and he was right.
So patient, just waiting for the opportunity. Tries not to force it, just says, I'll find it. Even with someone with a great jump in like Shang Tsung, still able to anti-air, no problem here. Ducking under the fireballs, trying to avoid as much as possible, but does get clipped there on the amplified corpse trap.
And just like that, here's Han. No. Can he get there in time? He can actually on the back one.
But it looks like he wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't close enough there, so he actually, you know, didn't get there in time. You don't want to get there too soon because you can't combo, but you also don't want to get there too late because you want it to combo into the actual launcher.
Back
playing it safe here.
Straight up into grab, so close now, threatening big time, and it's just harassing again. So we did see Hatman, I think, start up Shake one time. I think at the end, near the end of that round, there was one moment where, like, I think I saw the beginning animations against the crossbow stuff, but it just didn't come out in time. And other than that, it didn't seem like there was much reason to have that.
No, especially not against, you know, a type of Fujin like Hanrichi. Look, there's other Fujin players that, you know, rely a little bit more on the projectiles and they want to stay a little farther away from Rashid. I feel like he just loves the how smooth this character moves around that he really can't help himself. Like, he wants to go and he wants to bully you with back one, whether he's going to cancel it into something or, you know, rarely let the entire string rock or just go for kind of, you know, stagger pressure. Crossbow wasn't really doing anything, and Jake really never came into play.
So this is a similar thing that we saw Hatman do in Winter's Side. He went down 0-2 to King Gambler. Picked Scorpion, Searing Rage, which I think we're seeing here as well. And he almost brought it all the way back. It was a 3-2 loss ultimately, but it was a lot stronger than the previous character that we saw. That was Jackie. This time we've seen Katana and Shang. Neither one did the trick. Now he's going to run it on Searing Rage.
Yeah, let's see. It's definitely going to be the battle of the back ones. You're going to see a lot of back ones, you know, and the mind game for afterwards. Whereas, like, Fujin's is a little bit more, I feel like stagger is better, where Scorpion's is more of like a hit confirm.
He had 1-1 and not the combo. That could have been huge. Especially for Searing Rage. Start the party really strongly.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's a missed opportunity. Huge missed opportunity. Back throw doesn't trigger the failed escape for the crushing blow, but that's okay. He found a lot more space here. Able to start up that buff with Searing.
That was so sick. What a punish. Look at, okay, Han is just bringing the pulse attack. The punish was there, the flawless block was there, the mix-ups are here!
Han is super on point right now. You cannot stop this man. He's just pouring offense right at the door, but, you know, this is do or die. This could be the last game here for Hatman.
Didn't believe it on the last hit there. As Han is threatening, they're both scheming here, the tech comes.
Oh, that was very
needle.
Okay. Yeah, very tricky. Most people don't really cancel into anything. But you know, Fujin does have the ability to keep it not safe. Obviously, Needle by itself is definitely not safe, but you don't know if he's going to amplify it, so you don't know if he's going to follow his block gap, or if you're going to challenge right afterwards.
And guess what? We're at match point here for Han Rashid, who's already up 2-0, having beaten the Katana and the Shang. And he brings in the KB!
Closer to the corner, but Scorpion has one teleport away. Oh, does get the punish! Crushing blow! And Han Rashid isn't going to have the bar to break away from here, but unfortunately it looks like Hatman just didn't have the offensive bar to really make that one hurt. He does have the pressure going on. Han Rashid with no bar. He just needs to rely on blocking or maybe just delay wake up. Short hop, very unsafe, but does the trick, and Han Rashid hit confirming beautifully into this fatal blow. No problem. As soon as he went down below 30%, that's the first thing he was looking for. I just need a regular hit into a fatal blow to seal the deal. Han Rashid with a probably the most convincing set of his top 8 so far.
3-0. It's the first one that we've had. And yeah, you're
like
right. I think regardless of the character choice there, it was just all Han Rashid. It was him in pressure and in movement and, you know, getting in there so quickly with the waivus. I mean, he's so fast on the block dashing and threatening from the sky at all times, threatening with the slide at all times. He just has a lot of stage control with that character. In addition to having the mix-ups up close that you need to have a lot of success. So he looked great right there. I gotta say, he's gonna move on in loser's side.
Yeah. Han Rashid did a great job of, you know, mixing in the throws there. Obviously, it sounds kind of basic, but you know, you really got to know when to, you know, pick and choose. I never saw a throw really getting blown up by his opponent, and he was always playing his game. It almost seemed like he wasn't playing anything else. He was just like, I'm doing plan A. It's gonna work, no problem. Yeah, and no reason, no reason to stray away from that strategy.
By the way,
so who do we have
Ajax
coming up?
Opened the door and left. So I saw everybody in the chat say hello to Ajax, but he walked out on his own accord just a little bit ago. That's my boy. Up next, we got Scar versus Too Easy. This is, of course, in loser's side as well. Winner will play against Han in losers semis. So Scar, you know, probably looking for the Lao here, but Too Easy, I have no idea. There's a lot of characters up his sleeves, and he just brought one out that I hadn't seen from him before. So in my mind, basically, it could be anything. Yeah, no, that's definitely like a Too Easy type of thing to especially not to. I feel like he's at least looking at like the flavor of the week, and I feel like with last weekend's performance, Shiva, it's if you're a player that's talented enough to pick up new characters on the fly or pick up new characters rather easily, you know, this is a character that you want to look at, especially seeing like how much success and how dominant this specific ability, this custom ability or custom variation seems. But it looks like Too Easy just kind of. Maybe he knows this matchup. Maybe this is a little bit more. I was gonna say he did a good job of handling Jackie's, you know, jumping and air mobility. You know, calling out the right fireballs to throw out from Shiva's stance. I thought he was gonna use it against Kung Lao, but maybe he just has a really solid strategy against Lao since it's a matchup that you know for very long time already. I'm not sure like what a start. Yeah. Calling out, a lot of Kung Laos love to jump on wake up. Not saying that it's anything like discrediting for them, but you know, he's got great air control. That dive kick, very good. The jump free, very good. Funky?
Yeah, weird. I like how he made that jump in kick whip. Yeah. Well, in any case, it was a bit of a pressure for him, but not anymore. Just like that, Scar makes his opponent come off defensive bar. He wanted forward too. Yeah, not really sure what the mindset was there. I mean, whether forward 2 was gonna hit or not, it didn't matter. That buzzsaw was there to stop anything you were going for, and that's why Scar put it up there. Well, a lot of characters can. Wow, that was so sick. A lot of characters can deal with that buzz. I'm curious to see what it is the sub does. Can you get an amp ice ball out this time? I don't know. Possibly. I know he I don't know. Yeah, we'll box forward. Yeah. He needs her box a little forward. He's definitely got to space it out specifically. I'm sure Scar is aware of that. Oh, Hat
okay.
coming out. Oh, that's a big whip, but he didn't punish. He did stand 1-2 instead of back 1. Oh man, but hold on, still finds it. Beautiful conversion.
Ooh, the hard
there.
conversion.
Definitely not easy. And look at that call out. Look at that call out from Scar, able to go right into the fatal blow. Now so close to the end of the combo. Not going to scale too much just because it's a fatal blow. Be enough to kill. Very, very close. No, he still has 4% left. What's Scar going to do for that last 80 bit?
Oh no!
No! I mean,
the idea of making... Look, you don't want to make it so that Sub feels that he has total control. You want to throw out a hat sometimes. You want to throw a projectile sometimes, regardless of which character you are. And it was just the wrong moment. And I'm a little surprised to see that Scar did take that risk.
I mean, I guess in his, you know, the mindset there was, I'm going to do this once because he's not expecting it, and I'm going to, you know, take advantage of it, you know, jump in, force him to block a few things, make him think, throw whatever Scar's game plan was. Oh, puts himself in the corner, but just like that, he takes himself out. And Scar, look at it, turn this around, bringing that hat back, super meaty.
I feel like Sub-Zero's having a tough time with his hat clone in the corner.
Yeah,
It seems to be
especially
working
in the corner.
as intended.
Yeah, you said, like, you know, I think he can, I'm pretty sure he can amplify Ice Ball through it, but it really
I have no idea. I was just absolutely guessing. Many characters can do something about it. I don't know if Sub can. We'll see. I mean, we didn't see anything like that as Too Easy played, and I would think that he's somebody who would know if there was a counter.
Yeah. Well, the good thing about it, and I think what it is when he gets put into the corner, you know, his backdash gets cut off. I think Sub has one of the better backdashes in this game, and you know, it's able to kind of create space for him, you know, for him to amplify Ice Ball without getting hit by the Buzzsaw head. But that doesn't matter because we're switching over to Shang. We got Ground Eruption and Shake here, so definitely a way that he's looking for to deal with this Buzzsaw. He sees that Buzzsaw, he's gonna go into Shake. He's gonna completely negate it because once Shake activates, it goes into a different. Oh man, that was insane.
But I love that Scar started off. He's like, "Oh, you guys Shake, huh? What about this? Okay, there's another way to deal with it as well. The Ground Eruption."
Getting around it, not really putting yourself out there. Scar with a great conversion here. He likes a little dive kick in the middle of the combo, extending it a little bit farther in. And now Too Easy's in the corner, but just like that, jumps out of there, trying to keep it safe with that keeping string instead of going for the big gapped one. Oh, what an anti-air. Goes for the soul screen at the end. Scar with a breakaway. Too Easy, not in a bad position, able to keep that momentum. That Buzzsaw hat probably going to be... Oh, he definitely can. He definitely can. Oh, the down three, trying to lock him down on the ground. Make sure he's not jumping out of there in a bad spot, but doesn't get the conversion. Scar
too close.
Heck.
Just not right at the exact spot he needed, unfortunately, for Too Easy. But great job by Scar to recognize that.
Fight.
So the idea of Shake is to try to convince no hats to come out. It is not working.
No, definitely not. Oh, I think that could have been Shake there. I feel like Kung Lao couldn't have got the Shang in time before the Buzzsaw hat was coming towards him. It looks like right there, Too Easy modifying the combo, maybe to look for that, or not to hang himself, you know, for the break attempt, but Scar not giving it to him at all.
Flawless. The counter, and Too Easy off the defensive. Wow, what a read on down two.
Oh yeah,
Gets some pressure. He did have to hit, but no confirm. Another chance. Yes.
I love how Too Easy made Scar look for the throw by not moving at all. Like Scar was so sure that he was just like a statue. That's the perfect time to throw someone. They're not moving. They're not, you know, challenging. They're not doing anything but blocking. But I guess it kind of just tricked him there because he wasn't. He's ducking. Actually ducking. Good flawless block up to from Scar, getting a nice little conversion. But Too Easy fighting back, answering back here, trying to establish a little bit of zoning, but he doesn't have the life to really work with this. He doesn't have too much wiggle room here.
Yeah, and the startup on Corpse Drop is really long, as you can see, and that is not going well for him right now. The Shake!
Scar knew it was coming.
I mean, the Shake never worked. And I like the idea of ground eruption. Okay, ground eruption was a way to make it so that Kung Lao couldn't just harass with some of the same strings into Buzzhat activate as he was doing before. Okay, other than that, the shake didn't seem like it came into play very much. And when Scar saw, okay, well, if you got ground eruption, I'm gonna back off. That's fine. I'll play more of this kind of mid-range game where he was able to flawless block up skulls a couple times, get a punish on one, take his turn on a couple into damage. That range that he played at instead was really effective.
Yeah.
Really?
And hey, Shiva, I mean, this is what got too easy, you know, this far into the top 8. You know, this dragon stance is pretty powerful.
No, though. I mean, it's powerful up close, I think that's true. And it is that same variation. But you're not really going to be able to do it, at least not comfortably, versus a character with a teleport. Now, this is not the best teleport in the game, to be clear. But
No.
you will have to be a little bit more cognizant of that than versus characters who don't have to teleport.
Yeah. But I feel like, yeah, Too Easy is confident. You know, most of the biggest complaint that, you know, a lot of people have about Kung Lao teleport as a Kung Lao player is that you can just wait for it and punish it. Any option, you down one. You got your little air conversion here. I like the bait here. You know, kind of making sure that Scar gets hit, that up 3 on the wake up. Too Easy switching sides, trying to go for the unblockable, and Scar not there in time to punish. Too Easy unfortunately commits to a button, commits to that jumping kick, and gets trip guarded for a combo punish. Oh, tried to hit the up 2 if it was any other character. If it was any other up 2, it probably would have worked. But it's Shiva, and she's, I mean, I don't know. She's got 4 arms. I don't know why they're going just straight up.
She punches all of them straight up into the sky as Scar goes on to match point here versus Too Easy Shiva. Some of the stuff he's doing, I think, makes sense. He's definitely not going for the zoning. That just doesn't seem like it's probably going to work out. But even the up-close stuff, Scar able to battle out of it.
Fight.
Stance, Scar caught sleeping a little bit there, nearly 20%, just for a fireball, just because you were not paying attention for like a split second and that fireball hit you. Oh, it was a big jump, no confirmed, no commitment, I should say, here from Scar. Oh, tries to punch walk her way out, swinging with that string. Okay.
At least he's starting to start things off, and just like that, oh, well, he didn't put the KB. Oh no! He got another chance here. No, Scar!
Oh, he let him live. He let him live. Too Easy was
another bummer. Oh, that's gonna be that. Yeah, Scar just had complete control. Each of the 3 characters we saw, Sub-Zero, Shang, Shiva, none of them did the trick. It was Scar each time. 3 games to 0. So these last 2 matches have been the only 2 3-0s that we've had.
Getting deeper in the bracket, you know, players are getting a little fatigued. You know, you're putting so much pressure on yourself. You know, you really like kind of study matchups and you know, especially after, you know, close sets, which, you know, these players have had, you know, the round before. It takes a lot out of you. It takes a lot out of you, like mentally. You know, you're a little tired, exhausted, and that's how it happens, man. Eventually, that's what's gonna happen. People are gonna get rolled over, and Scar's just a really good competitor, man. Has been for a long time. I mean, the NRS roots are deep there with Scar, going all the way back to MK9, and you know, he's a veteran. He's always in there to be the best. You know, Scar doesn't like losing, even when he's considered to be a top player. I think Scar always wants that win, whether he goes down. The great players like Rewind or Sonic Fox, it doesn't sit well with him. Like he's always like,
mental health is really important, you know, and so he's really, especially in the last like year or 2, has devoted a lot of time to trying to figure that aspect of things out. And I hope that is the case for him now. I mean, certainly when it comes to competition, which is a small part of anybody's life, you know, of course, he's looking good. He's definitely looking good right now. As he's made it into top 4, if we could check out the brackets, we'll let you know exactly where we are. We have in winners finals, still waiting, UIU Rewind and King Gambler. And in loser semifinals, Jamatrix, Han Rashid, and Indy Scar. Right there. So that's the top 4, and that's a strong top 4 for sure. Those are players who have had success in the past, or who have always like been strong, haven't quite found that ultimate major win. This may be a chance. We'll see.
Yeah. And I just want to give a big shout out to Astro Gaming. Thank you to Astro Gaming, the official audio partner for Mortal Kombat 11 Pro Competition. All caster audio is powered by Astro the entirety of the season. Guys, please visit astrogaming.com to find more information on all of their fully licensed PlayStation audio products available now. Head on over to astrogaming.com. A lot of good stuff there. It's incredible. The quality, the comfort, everything about Astro is just top notch. You definitely will not be disappointed in upgrading whatever you have now to an Astro. Like it's so good. Like we've been here for hours. I'm comfy, man. I'm nice and
we're fine.
Comfy.
Absolutely. All right. Well, look, we've seen a lot of strength out of Han Rashid and Scar. We've seen strength, obviously, in Winners Finals. Rewind and King Gambler both hanging out there. Rewind, when we started, I was kind of expecting the Liu Kang. He said that he might also play Johnny Cage. He might also play Jackie. And then when he played, it was as Cetrion. So this is a guy who's got a lot of characters up his sleeve, as we're going to see him load in now versus King Gambler for Winners Finals. Gambler, Nightwolf, basically, right? That's the character that he's been using since he came out. And he said maybe Jade, but no, this is going to be the battle that I think I expected here between Liu and Nightwolf in Winners Finals.
Yeah. King Gambler, you know, do you remember like in the beginning of Mortal Kombat 11, really known for being one of the few Scarlet players out there. And then, you know, kind of made that transition over to Nightwolf. And I think he really resonates with this character well on a spiritual level. I can see that he really enjoys this character, especially now being able to express himself with different variations, different abilities equipped. Really fun.
The great round one.
Alright, well, let's see what they got. I didn't notice. I gotta remember to actually pay attention during the loading screen. Yo, he has Hana's Wrath? Is that what I just saw? Come on, let's do it. Is that correct? Let's see, okay. What do we got? The bird? Yes! We got the mid bird that makes it so you can't spin that bar. That's what I'm talking about. On block or hit! By the way.
Oh, God.
But if you just got a KB,
Yeah, it gets rid of it. It's kind of like an effect that's on the field, just completely negates it afterwards. Oh, the down 3 does hit him airborne, but, you know, Gambler not able to get there in time. Does hit the overhead. Rewind, caught sleeping. Nice and low here. Failed escape. That is going to fulfill his crushing blow requirement. If he decides to dip into it, tries to go for the overhead the second time around, but this time Rewind holding up, making sure he punishes on the way down. Fireball blocked. Low Fireball is such a good ability to equip to Liu Kang. I feel like it's very, especially now that you have customs, it's very tough to leave Low Fireball over there, because having a Fireball that you can't just, you know, neutral duck is so tough to kind of like avoid that chip damage, and you make players play in a certain way, just make them afraid of it. Right there, ducking under all those highs, tries to go for a throw, but King Gambler challenging with a down 3. Big jumping kick here.
Got a lot of control here. All he needs is maybe one more hit, maybe 2 more hits. That's gonna be that. I'm with you, man. Low shot is super good, and so is Rewind. It's a very convincing game number 1.
Very good. I mean, incredible player all around. Younger players, not a new school, but I just see, you know, so much. Look, man, not even, I can't even say potential. I mean, this is just a solid player. This is an Evo champion here from the days, and it shows that the devotion is there, the desire to be the best, the desire to be a great fighting game player is there in Rewind. And looks like King Gambler maybe was playing with I guess he's sticking out with the same thing. I thought it was kind of like an experimental loadout, maybe, you know, some abilities that he's gonna give a shot, maybe like a secret little Hail Mary that nobody knows about, but you know, he really didn't get to use it too much, especially not in that last round. That last round was all.
Yeah, I felt like Rewind's just always in his face, and even when he's not, he's making the low shots work, right? So he really didn't get that many opportunities. Here we go. Oh yeah, breaks it immediately. Okay, it's a grab. So maybe now? Yes, indeed. Yeah, you can't amplify. Oh, what a break though!
Okay, nice little back throw here. Oh, that was really far. It actually whipped there, but it's okay. Gambler finds the situation, gets it going.
Okay!
Man.
And that's gonna be gone right now. Yep, you got access to meter. Could have more. He tried it out big time! And Gambler was patient, got the punish.
Big risk there from Rewind, but you know what? He was willing to do it. He wanted to kind of sneak that fatal blow in there.
Huge opportunity. So 350 just like that yet again. Curious to see the Hana's Wrath not coming out very often even here. It does have substantial startup. Yeah, but King Gambler, I mean, he wants to get in. That's clearly the idea here. Trying to get in, but in that whole round, never got it. And as soon as he got close, it was Rewind who took control.
Fight!
Fireball does get flawless blocked all the way from downtown. Trying to keep that consistency here is King Gambler, but you know, it's really easy to mess those up. Very specific timing here on the flawless blocking. Rewind not committing to the full string, getting the reversal throw. Tricky stuff because most good players, you know, when they're at a frame disadvantage, they're more than likely gonna block because they don't want to get hit.
Okay, now here's Gambler. He respects the strings. A couple times I missed it. There's the bird! And now it's Gambler, he can party, not as concerned about flawless block up 2s and 3s. But the buff doesn't last that long, the debuff doesn't last that long, I should say. Oh man, he was really baiting the flawless block at there.
Oh, what a duck under that last fireball. So specific to Liu Kang, so specific to that setup. And Gambler just doing it like it's nothing. Oh, he didn't commit to the whole thing. Oh, and the armor break going right through. Right through that breakaway.
He had the 1-1. He could have definitely gotten more significant damage.
Yeah, I think that was
he didn't have it.
Yeah. I think that was a preemptive stagger there. So like in his mind, you know, it wasn't going to hit. He was expecting Rewind to block it, and maybe he was going to get a little tricky, pretend to go for, you know, 1-1 into a throw, and actually go for like a 1-1 into another string. And it was just kind of like, I think he was just thinking a few steps ahead. He really didn't expect Rewind to challenge in that specific scenario. No. Don't guess right. You don't guess right.
We stick with the same variation. Okay, we didn't see what the moves were, but this is his last chance in winners finals at least. What do we have here? Hana's Wrath has been the call. Rising Tomahawk and still Hana's Wrath. As of course, Rewind is obligated to stay with the same variation because he won. But that's a great one anyway, man. That Lu one is so strong.
Fight.
So Gambler has played this almost entirely with the idea that he needs to get in. And I felt like part of why he wanted Hana's Wrath is that he could make it so that there's no amplified fireballs if the break comes. But, you know, when he's at range, we haven't really seen the bird come out even still. Oh my god, this grappler!
Yeah, this is definitely a grappler. Again. The abilities, the specific abilities equipped here. Oh, hitting him there with that nice little blow, little kick to the shin here. Gambler
and the
really
weight before the grab. To get to match point in winners finals here, to get into grand finals on winner's side. Rewind is looking great for that.
Fight.
Just like that, Rewind is back in here on pressure. He's had so few opportunities. And when he has had opportunities, it feels like Rewind's been battling back each time. Here's one opportunity. Can Rewind battle back? Yes! So quickly as well. The bird staying boosted, not coming out to play. Bird? No bird. Slow approach here, King Gambler. Just bulldogging the classic stuff. Since all the way back at the beginning of fighting games, walk and block as the approach, just staying very safe. Here's a chance, no, the amplifying reaction from Rewind, super good. The bird. Okay, can he make it happen now? Beautiful.
Final round.
So he at least takes the round. The reflect. First time we've seen that as well. I can't believe it. Here's a chance. No, unfortunately. Here's a little bit of harassment, a little bit of pressure. The grab with the tech as well. Rewind still aware defensively. He finds an opportunity to get out of the corner, put his opponent in his full screen. And from here, he's had so much strength. He's been able to zone out very well. His low fireballs have been great. The anti-air on reaction amplify. Stand fireball, no. But then thrown out of it. Hoping to bait maybe a false block with that early jump, but Rewind understood the situation. He's only a few situations now from taking it, maybe even a couple hits. That slow approach, the bulldogging. Okay, C-plus frames maybe the deal. One mix up. He's gonna need a couple more. No whip punish. Yes, he did get it, and he's going directly into the one more opportunity still. Arrows. Hana's Wrath finally comes out to play, and there it was. Game Gambler. Okay. Does take a game. It seemed like he was in trouble, but there he was.
Yeah, I mean, it came down to the wire there, and it looked like, again, right before getting that victory, getting that game, it looked like it was pure Rewind and control. I mean, but King Gambler making the right adjustments, making the right call-outs, and finding success.
Nightwolf, Liu Kang.
This
And he did use the bird a little bit. Right, he did actually have some situations where he used the bird on the way in. Once he got it, Rewind can't use meter anymore, so you know King Gambler can be more confident about pressuring. He can be more confident in his combos.
Yeah, it's a very unique property here with these abilities. Not something too common, you know, not only just in this fighting game, but you know, in a lot of fighting games. Not common at all. To shut off resources completely.
Here we go, and defensive bar comes off, of course. Okay, he had gone for throw there several times. Maybe that was Rewind's looking for yet again. Gambler, it seems like he's in control. Maybe so. He looks good in this round. The bird. Hana, but no meter. Yep, you can't load the KB.
I like that King Gambler challenge there with that bicycle kick. It's not as plus as it seems, even if it leaves you in a standing position. I think challenging, you know, more than not challenging is usually the right idea. The stagger pressure here from Rewind, challenging there with a down one, trying to solidify the turn, recognizing that the down one hit. But King Gambler inching his way out, but just like that, Liu Kang with some stagger pressure, pushing him all the way back into the corner.
Are you trying? Rewind really turned it on. He had so much stagger here. Finally, no, and then that should do it. That should be the round. It is. It's a match point yet again for Rewind. That corner pressure was amazing, and those staggers were extremely effective.
Round 2, fight.
Yeah, and Rewind never deviated from the plan. Like, even if he got like pushed back a little bit, he said, that's fine. I got some staggers of my own. He's going to be constantly guessing. Here it is. No access to meter. Oh, but King Gambler not finding the hit. Finds it here. Rising Tomahawk. Trying to switch over to the other side to push Rewind to the corner, but both players find themselves in the middle of the stage. Nowhere to really go, but either direction towards your opponent. Here comes the bird again. Good reactions here from Rewind, recognizing that overhead and standing up to block it. High fireballs.
No surprises. All this blue reflect, the blue birds.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's good reason for that. He knows the matchups. Well, it's a chance for pressure here, up close. A little bit of a shimmy, and Rewind taking control. Anyway.
Going for that low hitting string, but Rewind recognizing, blocking low, making sure he doesn't get opened up by that little trick. Challenging again with his down ones right after the stagger pressure. Catching Gambler, you know, swinging a little too late. Oh, that could have been it. And he does find the conversion afterwards. Rewind taking it 3-1. You know, despite Gambler getting something on the board, despite Gambler, you know, finding success in that one game, Rewind able to just take that whole set. He finds himself in grand finals and now guaranteed for second place or better for tonight. So it's tough. It's a tough opponent
again,
to try to win 2 sets over. Yeah,
sure, absolutely. Yeah, he looks so good tonight. In these points, there is actually a really big jump between second place and first place. So it is 260 points for second place, 350 for first. Third is 230, so only a 30-point difference between second and third. So there's such an incentive points-wise to make sure that you end up as the winner. You want to win anyway, naturally, but it is much more highly prioritized. So that's what Rewind is going for here, of course. We have a long pro competition season. We have 8 tournaments that we will play. See who gets enough points to make it into the finals of each region. We're moving on now into losers semifinals, and that's going to be Han Rashid and Scar.
Yeah, and you know, again, want to give a huge shout out to PlayStation, of course, North American League, presented by PlayStation 4. The Mortal Kombat 11 Pro Competition, again, like I said, presented by PlayStation 4. As you guys want to make sure you check out the PS4 Tournament Open Series. PS4 tournaments are weekly competitions for all skill levels. Compete against your friends and rivals for unique rewards. You guys can visit PlayStation 4 Competition Center, the one-stop destination that has Mortal Kombat content that gives you an inside look on how top players play and tips and tricks for players of all skill levels. All you got to do is go to compete.playstation.com and sign in with your PSN ID. You can also easily see the list of available PlayStation 4 tournaments to sign up for. Get out there and compete. It's a lot of fun. Just, again, the ultimate test, just taking your skills to the whole new level. And
we have 4 players who have done that here who are remaining, and the next 2 are going to be in losers semis. This is, like I said, Han Rashid versus Scar. But important to point out, this is a run back because Han Rashid was sent to losers by Scar, and that happened 3 games to 2. So that was a close set, and the way that they've both been playing so far today, that's not a surprise. You know, they both look extremely good so far. We've seen a lot of control, I would say, from both. You know, the Fujin from Han, the Lao from Scar. They've both been so much in control of so many situations, offensively, mid-range, movement's been on point, all that sort of stuff. So Han does, I was just going to say, Han does have a couple other characters that we may see. What happened?
I don't know what I'm looking at right now.
What
I don't know if I'm being trolled. I see Han Rashid.
What are we looking at here?
Spawn. Scar with RoboCop. Now Han Rashid sticking with Fujin and Scar.
What are we doing here? Scar's playing the man Alex Murphy? Is this real? Is this some bizarre button check? Are we doing this for actuals? What do we got here on the loadout in RoboCop?
Yeah,
Low Auto 9,
pay close
arm crowd
attention.
control cannon, and electric shield. So electric shield's really only going to come into play for round-ending situations. But other than that, you got low Tiger Shot and high Tiger Shot. And I do think that these are effective versus Fujin because high Tiger Shot knocks him out of Skywalker, and while his slide gets under the low shot recovers pretty fast.
You are
so it's, you know, something you have to think about as RoboCop, but it's not, you're not looking for it super hard so much that you can't do your
Let your training commence.
Round 1.
Yeah, I don't see this working out though. I mean, you know,
especially I mean, yeah, it is a volatile matchup certainly, but I'm very interested to see what Scar does with it as a RoboCop. You all can probably tell we both play RoboCop on this commentary right now, and we'll see. Yeah,
I mean, maybe that's just me downplaying a little bit, saying I don't see this panning out well for Scar. But again, you really got to give it to someone for trying to pick something a little bit outside of the box here. Forward throw, possibly going for some kind of throw mix, but either way, fine. Look, there it is, the low shot getting blown up easily there by the Skywalker. But had that been the high shot, like you said, David, that would have blown him clean out of the sky. Oh, but then he mixes it up with the forward 3 to get under the high shot. I mean, is the risk reward there in RoboCop's favor? I don't think so.
Yeah, RoboCop really depends, at least with this variation, he really depends on having control of the stage. And like I said, yeah, that does knock out of the sky. Okay, 2 escape fails. I don't know if he's gonna cash out yet. Yeah, he doesn't do that. But he can control. Tried it on the arm control cannon. It wasn't quite fast enough. The knock. There's a lot of damage.
Okay.
Bomber shoots everywhere.
Scar hitting him with normals. I'm actually surprised that's still connected there, even if it hit him airborne.
Got him. And Jamal is controlling the stage. This is what RoboCop needs to happen. Yeah.
Fan away, but look at that, man. That back 2 range is so good. And the fact that it leads into this damage, into this control, Hanrashi can still come back. Just 1 forward 3. Never mind. 1 forward 3 fatal blow to being back into it. But unfortunately, Scar does find the way out there. And unfortunately for Hanrashid, gonna have to go into the next round here. Now Scar has run out of a lot of space, a lot of movement here. Limited. Hanrashid throw.
3-2, they're the away. He may cash out here. Yes! 300 damage, and now Scar can, well, hope. What he wants to do anyway is run away. Hanrashid, wow, the call out there! Han would love to get a slide in.
Oh no. Alright, David, I know you know that pain. Flawless block up doing, missing on everything. Absolutely everything.
Down 2 underneath what we hope to be a grab or another high.
Is he gonna lose because that up 2?
He's got it! Yes! Hanrashid on the conversion. So I think that's gonna be that. It is. Well, what does Scar do here? I don't know which characters they played when it came to the winner's side, when they played earlier, when Scar sent Hanrashid down the region. It may have been this matchup, but I didn't ask. I just expected that it would have been the Lao. I don't know.
Yeah, I would have expected that too, but, you know, Scar can, you know, dip into different characters. I wouldn't say that he's, you know, someone that has a million characters, but he's usually someone that has, like, at least 2 or 3 really solid characters. I didn't think a lot of time would be devoted to RoboCop, but maybe he, you know, maybe it's a matchup specific thing. Maybe he feels like, you know, he can control him. And we saw that towards the end, that last round, if that flawless block up 2 didn't whiff, you know, which Hanrashid did, you know, take full advantage of, might have been a different story altogether. Kung Lao's is a little bit better, so, and it's really hard to break, and that was kind of always my problem when I did play RoboCop, because Kano has such a great flawless block up 2, whereas RoboCop has an awful one, but it's really hard to fight the muscle memory that you develop on defense.
I can see that, and Scar switches away. He's done appeasing us as RoboCop players, or not gonna do that anymore. He's just trying to win a fan or 2 here on the commentary desk. Well, mission accomplished, but now he's got to win for real, and it's over to Kung Lao.
Okay, attempts to go for some kind of throw mix, wants to switch it up, but Hanrashid does not bite, doesn't get the failed escape. That'll lead into a big crushing blow. What a whiff punish here. Hanrashid hitting that back 1-1, converting into some good damage, leaving him in a standing position, and just continuing the onslaught of the back 1-1 staggers.
Wow, great.
That's tough.
That was cool. Here it's coming again. What a conversion!
That all happened from an airborne down 3 connecting here. Scar taking big damage on his side. Hanrashid getting under it, but he didn't hit confirm it.
He's usually so strong with that hit confirm, and in this one situation when he really needed it, it didn't come.
Fight!
Did not hit confirm it. He didn't hit confirm it. And it's not an easy thing to do. The window is pretty small. Not as small as most single hits. And the ability to hit confirm, but that one has a little bit of a longer window here. Still very tough to do.
It's possible, but right, exactly. It was tough to do. Scar with a big advantage. Life leads there. Hanrashid's trying to slice in. Runs away. Question is, can he get back in and make some damage? No, the buzz tap is really good.
Position right next to your opponent. Oh, so tough to deal with. Is a normal coming? Is a throw coming? Is he which way is he throwing?
And
But
I
either
feel
way,
like
Scar
Conrad just got a little scared at the end as he landed from the Skywalker. He was very timid, didn't it seem? He was just kind of doing stand block, crouch block. Maybe there was a neutral duck in there, but it wasn't continuing pressure, and it seemed like Scar was willing to let that pressure happen, because Scar didn't press the button either. It was just that Han Rashid expected Scar to take control, which means that since he didn't, Han Rashid had an opportunity, just didn't think it was going to work like that. So now we have it 1-1. I would think we're going back to Fujin.
Yeah. Han Rashid has not been really straying away from this character. Could have a few variations of, this specific loadout, maybe for, something that he's experimenting with or specific matchups, but I don't think so. I feel like for the most part, Han Rashid is kind of a character loyalist. If you look at, the track record from other games or even, just before this, before finding Fujin, I feel like he's the type of player that likes to focus all on one character for the most part.
He had a super strong Lu before. I'm sure he still does, but he definitely has been focusing on Fujin since the character came out. Okay. So he's got some more forward movement here, you can really tell, controlling immediately. Oh, what a jump!
What a call out! The fact that, if he did it any later or any sooner, that, definitely would not have panned out well for him. It was just perfectly timed. Look at that, man. Maximizing the distance. Yeah, maximizing the distance to make sure that crushing blow hits. That is so specific to the timing. Like, you cannot be off by any little bit to make sure that connects.
Nope, he threatened
that
to
was
have that. I thought that was going to happen.
He just didn't care. He said, go ahead. You're going to punish me if you're challenging? I don't care. I'm going for it. Trying to shake Scar here. Oh, up 3. Scar didn't really go for a full jump. I think he was kind of making Han Rashid flinch. Maybe he was going to go for like a short hop, empty jump into like a throw. But either way, Han Rashid's up 3 does find the success. But Scar's not letting it get to him. Keeping the pressure here. He's got the corner positioning. Buzzsaw hat. Little short hop here, and Han Rashid going for the armor activated.
I like that actually, the hat mode. That makes sense to me. That's such an impressive situation to send some bar and get out of there. Really good.
The armor really helps there in that scenario, but you don't really have too much access to it in this game generally.
Here's what he could have had last game. This time he did pressure a little bit, not too long. Maybe a chance, yes.
Big punish there. Scar going with the breakaway at the very end of that combo. Didn't want to go up for a little bit more. This time does find the hit. Han Rashid up against the ropes, up against the wall. Scar, a little limited on resources here. So Han Rashid, he knows if he finds the next hit very soon, it can really, really hurt Scar.
Maybe missed the falls block, unfortunately, there for Scar. Han Rashid's out. He dashed in. I feel he's timid here, and when he's not, he's been able to get control, get some mix-ups, get damage, but when he's been patient, not as often. No risk on follow-up. Follow-up from him, to what effect? Scar now patient defensively. Oh, back and forth, the shimmy! Scar does not take the bait.
And this is so scary because Han's got Fatal Blow. He knows it's one hit, and Han Rashid's not trying to give Scar anything else other than just the hit into Fatal Blow. He's not trying to give him access to Fatal Blow, but right now he's running out of time, he's running out of health. Oh, he just did it.
It was really close. There is that farther movement that it has towards the end of the startup that we just didn't get quite in time. But Scar's defense, I think, is a big part of this, because, like I said, I do feel that Han Rashid's Fujin has been a little bit hesitant, I would say, maybe to attack. And maybe that's informed by how their set went in winners. I don't know, didn't watch it. But when it comes to Scar defending in these situations, he seems very calm. Seems very calm, willing to block it out, willing, it seems, to either take a grab or wait to see if he gets grabbed, go for a tech.
Fujin.
His defense in general has been great, and Han, I would like to see it be a bit more active in those situations. You're taking risks in doing so, don't get me wrong, but he has mostly been pretty patient. Maybe too patient.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. And, you know, you kind of want to play more like yourself. I feel like a lot of people, depending on who they're playing against, you know, sometimes people will, you know, box themselves in mentally, you know, so to speak, where, you know, they're like, oh, well, this player is really, really good. So, you know, my usual stuff isn't going to work on it. So, you know, they don't even try it. It could be that. It could be that in this scenario because Scar is a really, really good player.
No doubt about that.
Oh, hitting him with some
bar. I like getting around. He's really aware of where the interactables are, and yeah, spend that bar off.
Definitely spend the bar. Get around that buzzsaw hat.
Whew. Okay, a little bit of damage on the other side. Great anti-air. But not the full combo.
Gets a little side switch, but just drops the conversion just a little bit. Oh,
that's ridiculous! Right?
Did you see the stand for? Oh man, come on, come on, Han Rashid. You're too good. You're absolutely too good here. But Scar doesn't want to take it lying down. Goes for a throw. That could have been devastating. That could have been round ending here. But Scar does see to live another day.
The interactables are really coming to Han's rescue, and he does not. His awareness of the stage has really been factoring big time versus Buzz Taz. Oh, that's interesting to put Needle in there. Didn't work though.
Oh, Scar just kind of hunting. Yeah, he chased him down, hunting down that backdash attempt here from Fujin. You know, not letting him get away. That forward three has a lot of recovery if you do it just by itself, especially if it whips.
Oh, that was really smart though to get under the hat. I like that a lot.
But a lot of low profiling here. Up two somehow not whiffing there. I see a lot of Fujin players hate their up two.
Here's the grab. Finally, we see escape failed. So that is what Scar's doing. He's willing to get grabbed and just try to attack either way.
Yeah, but is he gonna go for the kill, for the throw? No, doesn't go for it at all. Scar trying to get some kind of conversion here, but he does break away. Han Rashid, one tiny little bit left.
Because he is confirming it, right? It's probably a block confirm. And then just trying it out, seeing that, or hoping that Scar would press buttons. He did not. It's match point Scar.
Yeah. That's exactly what happened there in that scenario. It was very, very late, you know, confirm or, you know, block confirm. You know, he didn't do it right away. Down two, crushing blow. Gonna pop up for some big damage. Another down two to make sure it hurt, just in case he did break away. Which I guess was the school of thought there for Han Rashid. Is he gonna break away? Let me get as much damage as possible.
Was that really causing a lot of problems? Yes, gets away. So now that defense that Scar has been using so well is really coming into play here because Han has rarely gotten big opportunities. Yes, he's harassed, but big moments, no. He may still be sitting on that escape fail. I don't know that it's gonna come up. Last chance!
Oh god. Oh man, down to the wire here. Han Rashid, do or die for you.
Oh my god, the patience here. And he is going to cash out. He still had it. He's got a chance. That's it. And he ties it up 2-2. Wow, Scar right down to the wire.
He was so confident there at the end. He was like, he was trying to make Han Rashid like flinch. You saw him like, you know, ducking up and down and just trying to like trigger something here from Han Rashid, you know, just with that movement. But again, not really committing to anything outside of blocking, maybe letting go a block for like a second. And Hanrashi didn't bite a lot of times, and especially we've seen this, not just in this set, but in other sets. Hanrashi very willing to go for that fatal blow if it's, on a whim, on a hunch that his opponent is not going to be blocking. He's ready to let it rip more times than not, and that's kind of. I guess that was the strategy there from Scar. Get him to use that fatal blow, block it, and punish accordingly. But no, didn't want to do it. Did not want to do it. He knew it. He was all over that idea.
All right, well, it's the same variation, predictably, because that's been all we've seen out of Scar, and I like it, to be clear. I think it's super cool, and he's very strong with it. That's who he's going to run it back with. So, one game left. Either way here to make it into Losers Finals versus King Gambler. It's, like we said, a run back. Sick anti-air. Han lost last time, 3-2. Again, we're going down to the 5th game, just like they did on the winner's side, too.
Yeah, I mean, two very close, matched, level of skill between these two players, in my opinion. Whoa, what a flawless block up to here from Hanrashi, leaving Scar in a standing position, backing off, but Scar ready to hit up forward as soon as he comes out of that block. So nice version here.
Down 3 with the preemptive anti-air. Yeah, and then the awareness by Scar to turn it into something legit. All he really needs is chip here. That was enough. It's a match point again for Scar.
Yeah, how many times has he been here, David? And Hanrashi able to clutch it out, able to, stay alive, stay in it to win it. Oh, goes for the entire string there. Hanrashi doesn't bite. Saw Hat doing so much pressure here. Possessed Hat super duper plus on it. Hanrashi trying to catch Scar slipping here. I'm not sure if that was a punish. Kind of messed up the. Yeah. Definitely a big combo here, but unfortunately drops the opportunity. Oh my god, look at the movement, David! Did you see that movement?
Yeah, amazing.
He's going back and forth. Scar giving him a nice little wave dash of his own.
Han's in big trouble. This stare down that we've so often seen. The second hat hits, and Scar takes it after all. Just like before in winner's side, it's 3-2 with Scar coming out on top.
Even though on the scoreboard, looking at the 3-2, that last game, oh man, I feel like that was all Scar. It kind of caught Hanrashi by surprise there a little bit. How active that hat was on block. It's a little tricky, and again, different Kung Laos like to different Kung Laos like to equip different abilities.
Right, yeah. Who knows? There's too much stuff to know everything so far in this game. A lot of people are using a lot of different things. We have seen, right? Shiva was the big queen of last week, and we're already seeing that change even this week. So that means that we know the top 3 at this point. Let's check it out in the bracket. What do we got?
Yeah, so it looks like we have, again, like we stated before, Rewind up there in the grand finals. And it looks like it's going to be King Gambler versus Scar in the losers final. Scar did only lose so far to Rewind, and that was in the winner semifinals. So Scar making the comeback all the way through here on the top 8 on the lower side, trying to get that run back with Rewind. And, this is literally anyone's game. Anyone could take this. Anyone could be the point leader after week 1. But again, guys, make sure you're following all the social media channels. Make sure you head over to compete to the PlayStation website and just make sure that you guys are on the up and up on what's going on, because we're in for a really awesome season. And let's check out this merch.
If you're interested, you're watching the season, you can do it with Amazon.com/Mortal Kombat. You can rep your realm if you are in the Intercontinental Combat, if you're in Liga Latina, if you're here in North America, we got shirts for you. If you're interested in those characters themselves, we got shirts for you. Check it out at Amazon.com/Mortal Kombat. So that's, as we said, the top 3 prepared, ready to go. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back with Losers Finals and Grand Finals of Mortal Kombat Pro Competition NA West #1 after this.
And welcome back, everyone, to the online pro competition North America East. My name is Mr. Aquaman. This is Darth Arma, and we are in our last couple of matches on the night. We just saw an epic go down between Scar and Han Rashid. What a, oh my goodness, what a game 5. Let me tell you, everything I saw in that match, from the execution from both players, the movement, the flawless blocks, everything about it, sensational. Just to set up this next one, going to go between Scar and King Gambler here on the loser's side to see who will face off against Rewind in the winners finals, who was looking fantastic with that Liu Kang on the winner's side. Was that 3 command grabs in a row? I saw that. I seen it.
It was dirty. It was dirty. It was absolutely dirty, and no way that feels good, getting grabbed over and over and over again, where you just kind of feel like, you know, the only reason it worked was because you didn't think they would keep doing it. It really, really hurts when you're down in that scenario. But, you know, Rewind looking completely solid here. So, you know, whichever one of these two competitors does make it out, it's gonna be rough thing to overcome here. King Gambler starting off pretty strong here, getting that throw with Scar, inching his way in, finding that projectile just a little bit to just kind of sneak in there, get some damage. Look at that, just dash up 1-1-1.
That's going to be the name of the game for Gambler. I didn't see which thing he brought with the launch this time around, because we saw him bring the Hawk on the winner's side, right, to take away the use of the meter, but he's been also complementing that with command grab. I didn't see what he loaded up here. It's really curious what he's going to bring to try to give Scar something different here in this loser's side run here. The short hop kick coming out of Scar, the unthinkable here. I love that we're seeing it more and more here in the online pro competition. I think it's something that you're going to see a lot more just in the online play of things here as we get, developed here in the 2020 meta Arma, but look out for short hops moving on. That's all I'm going to say right there. And starting off with a huge read. Scar surviving death's door right there. The Ross pin in front of his face. You madman. Scar betting it all on the line, right? Didn't even have the meter to back it up, and I half expected a raw fadeable. We've seen that all tournament long from him too.
Oh yeah, loves doing raw fadeable, but what I thought was interesting there was Gambler, you know, he didn't want to wait for the spin to come towards him or the spin to get blocked. He actually just challenged right away, and I don't know if that was, you know, intentional, but that looked really, really good here.
That actually could have killed him, you're right, because what if he had done the amplify early, just caught the button, and then GG's big fan. But no, not going to happen here, and Gambler off of that is going to get a huge health lead here, and he did bring that command grab to complement those 1-1-1s. But as we've also seen, he doesn't like to abuse it. He doesn't like to go for a lot of tick throws. He just has it there as a threat, and it's that threat that he uses to open up his opponent's Scar at the mount. It's a huge comeback here, the late teleport, and those short hops, the conditioning had paid off to do the empty short hop into the down 3, take some advantage, and take a turn, but Gambler was even all over the stagger afterwards, howling to a 1-0 lead. Woof! What a game.
Was looking great, man. Looking great. I like how Scar got a little tricky there at the end. He tried to delay that teleport, and, you know, you saw Gambler, you know, whiffing that down 1, expecting Scar to come out immediately. Scar, I like that he was experimenting with, you know, a few different abilities there that we haven't really seen, but now it looks like we're going right back to just the regular Tempest Lao variation loadout. I believe that's what I saw. So you're going to see a lot of offense coming from this variation, and the thing that sticks out, the orbiting hat and Omega hat. This variation, this loadout, these abilities require a lot of meter, not just offensive but defensive. So you're gonna see Scar, you know, withholding and refusing to break away, because if you break away, there goes your offense.
And it's all gone, all 4 bars of meter. But you know, like you talked about, it takes a lot of belief, especially coming off that so early on, because it leaves yourself susceptible to the damage that you just ate here before us. Over 300 damage, pretty decent knockdown here for Nightwolf. But you know, the good thing is that does come back pretty decently and had enough for the wake up in that situation. But still, that's just free damage on the table for your opponent if it doesn't work out for you early on. So you already got to stumble this back to the corner here, and Gambler back on the hunt.
Oh yeah. Definitely on the hunt, definitely on the lookout here. Scar tries to fight his way out of this corner, doesn't use the interactables to get out because it might be a little too predictable, a little too punishable. But both these players not really, taking big chances here after getting hit with down 3s or down 1s. Both these characters have amazing down 3s, but a lot of throws are working out because of that, because they're being too respectful. Oh man.
Probably just a hard read of Gambler on the 1-2 stagger. And there you go, having the meter to back it up. And I almost wanted to go back to when you first talked about this variation that Scar had. And it's also, as long as he's got the resources, the variation could also be called like never your turn, because you truly never know when he's going to come off that power of meter. And that's why he gets away with so many down 3s, stand 1s, with 1-2s. It's because you truly never know when he's going to let it rip. As long as he's got the bar here. Scar taking the health lead. It's the start of the comeback. Get back into the set. There's a down 2. There's another one.
Big crushing blow here. A lot of resources, a lot of damage here. Nearly 46%, right above 45. Oh, blocks the overhead at the very last possible frame here. It almost seemed like it. Oh, good block the overhead again. You gotta really be on your toes here. Speaking on your toes, you gotta watch out for those throws, especially when they're like game-winning throws, round-winning throws. More likely than not, a high-level player is going to go for the throw mix, trying to throw you away from the corner if you are close to a corner. And Gambler just, wasn't on top of that mindset. He didn't think Scar would go for something like that, especially because throws are very risky. Highs that can get ducked, and when that high gets ducked, here comes that down 2, baby. Big damage, big combo potential, big payoff. And of course, can make any comeback start or finish in that scenario.
Yeah, even that down towards that final overhead that Gambler threw, probably thinking that he had conditioned him so much, with the stand 1s, with the down 3s, that the 4-2 would finally connect as well in those closing moments. And Scar just proven to be incredibly clutch. As we go into game number 3. Same loadout, and you already see the massive difference in what being more respectful of Kung Lao staggers brings to the table, as these two are face to face. Once that gap is closed, Kung Lao becomes a completely different monster.
Yeah, a lot of great strike mid. It's just the fact that the abilities that he has equipped lead into so much damage. King Gambler hit confirming perfectly here. Rising Tomahawk does lead in some good damage. Goes for the side switch there by going into the command grab there at the end. But decides to back off. I guess he's okay with, even life. That's going to be a big punish. Spin to win does not work out for Scar. Oh, man, he thought throw was dropping.
Even though it was a drop, I do respect that attempt of a pickup. Scar saw the down 3 and dire, went for the pickup and believed in the pickup into the spin. That's a Mortal Kombat player to me. That's a Mortal Kombat pickup. He's gonna eat the neutral jump, but Gambler didn't have the belief this time around to follow up, even though he had the resources to put him on life flare with a fatal blow.
Yeah, I guess he just, again, looking for a stagger. Did not have confidence in the fact that the jump in was gonna actually hit. I guess he was anticipating more of an actual block. Ooh. God, did you see the range on that down 3? Gambler thought he was out.
That's exactly what I was about to say. I was like, I thought I would have been safe for sure.
He's like, I backdashed. I'm out. I'm okay. Oh, man, dude. Down 3. Still so good from Kung Lao.
Sandal came loose. Yeah, Sandal came loose and just gave him like a little bit of an extended hitbox there. I don't know what to call it right there, but
a little slap with the chancla.
Ooh, barely off on getting the forward 4 to connect there. Nice late orbital hat hit, still has the resources, and what a threat of the needle! Gambler forward 1 through the hats, and I do not recommend you try that at home. Or, you know what? Screw it. You probably weren't going to win anyway. Go ahead and try it. I'm just kidding.
Back throw here, nice in the side of the head, side of the neck, however you want to call it. And Gambler trying to get Scar to flinch, maybe try to get Scar to go for some crazy spin, maybe a crazy dive kick so he can just kind of, call it curtains, just finish this job. However, he doesn't want to dip Kung Lao too much in a fatal blow, but it looks like he had no choice at that point. Kung Lao can get a lot of damage here if he does find a strike, especially if he's finding conditioning. Gambler with all these throws. Big conditioning here.
Scar's also not been afraid to do a raw fatal blow with this character and fly across the screen, but instead it's going to be the down 3 into the hat. It looks like Gambler had already been predetermined, pre-committed into pressing a button right there, going up to the down 3. Hat still hitting afterwards. That's just letting me know that he wasn't blocking whatsoever. That does not combo. Scar putting it out there and safely too. Orbiting Hat coming in clutch once more, and that's been the difference for me. Has been the up close game, because Nightwolf kind of enforces that, you know, versus having the Buzzsaw. You're worried about a completely different range. Whereas here, chances are Nightwolf wants to be in down 3 range, so bring your best option in that as well.
Yeah, and that's where you see the variation, or the abilities being, you know, equipped differently. And, you know, Scar, obviously going into this loser's final match, he knows what he's up against. He knows how Gambler plays. Because, you know, when you're a top-level player at the level of Scar, you got to be ready for anyone. You got to be ready for, you know, the people who are going to, you know, crawl up to you, try to take you down, and you got to be on top of things. You got to be on top of their play style, their habits, characters, and abilities that they're most likely going to be, you know, equipping and using, and, you know, play to your advantage. Study those matchups.
Round 1. Fight.
Oh my goodness!
Is he a crazy person for doing that?
He was needing a little bit of an adjustment, being down 1-2 here, Arma, and guess what? Throw something a little bit different. Raw shoulder was just what the doctor had ordered.
Definitely not something that Scar was anticipating. Definitely not anticipating that at all.
We weren't anticipating.
Oof. Nice here. Okay. Scar with a good conversion.
Gambler still isn't ready for the fact that it's just not going to be his turn as long as Scar has meter. Even there, throwing out the 1-2. And this is all Scar right now in the driver's seat.
Round 2.
This change has been everything.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes people don't, you know, just the threat of meter is enough, but, you know, I guess Gambler just doesn't want to be caught like that. He doesn't want to be caught, you know, respecting somebody who didn't use meter when they had it just because they had it. Down 1 does check him down there. Doesn't go for any kind of jail, but instead goes for the really slower, or much slower overhead. Good conversion there from the instant jump kick. Gets the shoulder at least. A little bit of damage is better than no damage at all. No amplify on the command grab, just kind of keeping it normal, normal little wake up, normal little advantage here. Back throw from Scar.
Scar's forward dash under the jumping as well into the anti-air. That's just Scar doing some very Scar-like things. You do not see a lot of people actually attempt that, and then let alone at this level, Scar gonna do a forbidden normal that I don't even think I know is into the hat. That would have caught me pressing as well, trying to take this one more hit from advancing for the rematch with Rewind, and he's gonna get it. Scar getting him all of those. That is just perfect Kung Lao play in the way that he was able to establish the strike, you know, throw, but also the strike special that he kind of has with the orbital hat, right? And
yeah,
that's what all of that's what opened up that final 1-2. Like it's almost like telling a story, and that was of course like the final chapter was the 1-2 hitting Raw because of everything that happened prior, right? And just every little thing that Scar was able to get going, and that was almost him picking up where he left off in the pro competition, seeing him back with the orbital hat and play. Although the Buzzsaw has been super effective all night long, also can't knock that either.
No, you definitely can't. And again, I think it comes down to, you know, what you said before about the matchup specific thing, you know, Nightwolf wanting to be at down 3 range, or, you know, I guess in some scenarios really far away, where at Buzz Hat, you know, it doesn't really work out when it's super duper close, or, you know, someone has something to deal with it.
Exactly.
Go for the
Nightwolf has reflect, you know, yeah, really smart adjustment by Scar. And you know, in a battle of the Texans, I didn't even bring that up, but really big victory for Scar right there, and Gambler having won one hell of a tournament so far. But it is going to set up Scar versus Rewind. It's a rematch of the first match that we saw here on stream, and it was pretty tight. It was a matchup that we kind of weren't expecting from Rewind going with the Cetrion pick, and it ended up being the 3 straight. After the first game, Rewind kind of got comfortable and then ran away with it 3 straight. I'm thinking that's gonna be similar to what we see here in the grand finals. Maybe we see Scar make that switch, you know, off of the Buzzsaw and back to maybe Orbital Hat, and then he might be at the mercy of, you know, Rewind playing that kind of counter pick war. But obviously the buzzsaw was not working for him on their first encounter on the winner's side. Let's see what the adjustment's going to be in the rematch.
And Mr. Aquaman, you want to tell us about Astro Gaming? Why don't you take it away for us?
Absolutely, guys. Astro Gaming, the official audio partner here of the Mortal Kombat 11 Pro competition. All of the caster audio is powered by Astro for the entirety of the season. Thank you so much. I've got the A50s on right now. I think you got the A40s on over there. Absolutely sensational headsets over here. And please visit astrogaming.com to find out more information on all of their officially licensed PlayStation audio products. They're available now. Go check it out. astrogaming.com, as we have already got grand finals beginning before our eyes, and it is already going to be an adjustment by Scar going to Jade. Rewind is breaking out this Mama Cetrion that got him the victory on the winner's side.
Okay, I can see this Jade. Yeah, I mean, you know, absolutely. Jade has the ability to throw on the purple stuff, become projectile immune, get through everything, and find the way in. But you know, the game doesn't end when you get in on Cetrion. She's got some of the most amazing up close options, great normals, and you know, I guess Scar just wants to focus on the fact, wants to find an easier way to get in. But that does not count as a projectile. That vine grab is actually, you know, I guess it kind of counts like a normal hit. If Jade is purple, that vine will make contact, and that will give Cetrion a full combo at most distances.
Oh my goodness, exactly what we saw earlier too from Rewind, and perfect timing on that glow. I'm not too sure if that was intentional or not, but able to get the Vanishing Winds out there safely, right as the purple glow exploded in. Just rebuild that space. He's almost playing this like he did the Lao pick. And not hard to implement, or sorry, not easy to implement, I should say, against Jade here. You're trying to play keep away against Jade? Hold on a second.
Yeah, you definitely. Again, once you know, you give Jade enough breathing room, Jade is able to just kind of throw that stuff on. Even right there, right after she was able to block, not able to punish that vine grab, but able to find that breathing room. However, Scar is running out of time and resources here. Life depleting so slowly, especially after that unsafe fatal blow does get blocked. Good recognition there of Rewind to recognize that clash and make sure he's blocking overhead. And you know, even bigger props to him for making sure it gets punished, because a lot of people let the, you know, fatal blows like that go unpunished all the time. But you know, these are top tier, really good players here. What? Oh, what a waste of meter! What a heartbreaker there.
So far. I think it was the pushback. He just pushed Jade so far away, even out of the range for the up three. Wait a minute, I thought I front-end short up. And really good recognition by Rewind to see the glow and not commit beyond anything. You know, 1-1 in the wall would have gotten destroyed, 1-1 the would have gotten destroyed, simply because the glow was up. Really good recognition, and then going for the stagger game instead. Still, it's going to be tough to hold Carl out of here. Okay, puts himself in fatal blow position. We can do it if you would have thought. If only you would have believed right there.
If only. Trying to challenge there at the very end. Maybe thought a throw was coming, but Scar does get pushed back a little bit more. A lot of time left on the clock, so nobody's in any kind of rush. Scar trying to get as much damage as possible, and that was so unsafe, but somehow goes completely unpunished here from Rewind, and Rewind is definitely not happy about the fact that he let Scar get away with that. That he let Scar steal this round here. That should have been his round, his game, no doubt about it.
See if you can keep the composure. I should say, great mix-ups again. I don't know how Rewind was ready for the throw. Jade had 50,000 options right there. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but it's a lot more than a couple, if you guys get my point. So to be ready for the throw after the end of the short hop, really good tech there by Rewind. Or may have just been swinging.
I'm surprised that actually didn't get whiff punish there. Jade able to recover before Cetrion, able to hit down one and just stop anything she was looking to do here. Rewind in a bad position here, a little bit less than 13% health left. So Scar does connect anything here. It should be curtains for him. Throw escape, knew exactly which way he was throwing him.
Oh my goodness!
Wall.
What the audacity behind putting up so many walls and then to finally call out Scar's button at the exact time he did, and now it's gonna put us in a pick-up situation? This is insanity. Glow is up.
Down to the wire. Is she gonna teleport?
More hit.
Right.
Already on 4-1-5 and just goes over the pound down to the last hit. Scar takes it. I cannot believe what a scramble that turned into. For that to go from such a strong position for Scar down to one of the sweatiest finishes between two characters like this. Between two characters like this.
It came down to the mind game around, you know, Jade throwing down that purple immunity there, where, you know, was she gonna do it as soon as she got the breathing room? You know, if she were to do it, you know, you go for the moves that aren't immune to it, and if she does do it, you know, vice versa. Like you gotta really anticipate it. And I feel like Scar called it perfectly there. The last 3 times, the last 3 key decision-making points, Scar came out on top.
Yeah, and it is insane. You know, you just talked about it, just how much could have actually happened right there. If I could do like a John Madden draw over the screen with those two characters in the positions that they were, you could almost highlight the entire screen and be like, stuff could have happened.
Stuff could have definitely happened here. Purple stuff is on, going to be immune to projectiles, but it doesn't matter. Jade up close, it should be going away real soon. Throwing boomerangs there in the air. The air glaives are going to make a lot of contact. Very tough to avoid those air glaives, especially if she's right next to you. If you don't have too much time to react, sometimes you just got to hold that chip damage. What a punish here from Scar, but that last little kick, not able to make it, not close enough. Hit and rewind with overhead, getting a little tricky and canceling into the low. But it looks like he probably should have just let it rock. But of course, if you let it rock, very unsafe on block.
Yeah, just playing it so well around that Delilah stance. We have seen the strength of it since Ultimate's release. And turning this character from, you know, a range threat to a threat everywhere. You know, up close game got so much stronger, and I think that complements Jade's, you know, overall game plan so well. That's why I see her a lot more here in competitive play of Rewind. Is he going to be able to take this round? Last breath is available. Scar finds a situation, even with the raw shuttle kick, and could not escape the Hill's Wrath. I think Scar thought he was going to be safe right there because he was just going to be chilling, watch the beam go over his head. Nope, not today.
Yeah, just kind of nicked him there, gave him a little bit of a haircut. There goes the glaive. Good reactions here from Rewind, recognizing that staff coming down for that overhead. But it's always so tricky. You just don't want to tell yourself it's going to be overhead because she can cancel into the low.
Yeah, everything that Scar did right there was a mix-up. Even the back one going in the overhead, the threat of the low was there, and Rewind tried to blow it up. There's a really big gap right there. We tried something awfully slow. I think he just wanted to maximize the effort.
Big punish here from Scar.
Rewind thought he was going to get a whiff punish right there. Not on the table here. He's going to push it to the corner. We've seen crazier things happen. As long as Fatal Blow's in play. And here we go, taking on the floor. We think Raw Fatal Blow is going to come at any time. Never has to take a risk. Not with the wins available. Step back down. Even the Octopus going to shut down the food like a Fatal Blow. Still needs another hit. 1 health remaining. It's going to be a quick mix-up. What a clutch block by Rewind, and he gets the reversal wall. Are you kidding me, Rewind? Clutch factor over 9,000. We have seen an ascension of a young man before our eyes. That was insanity.
Oh yeah, and pushed back right into that. And I love the fact that Rewind knew that this is, you know, and that's kind of like the distance that you want to summon that wall. Like as soon as you get pushed back there, Jade going for the low hit, amplifying it to, you know, for the pushback, making it, you know, safe. Why not throw up the wall? Yeah, the wall's got some recovery, but in that scenario, when it came down to a scramble, I think Rewind just kind of called out that Scar was not going to get passive. That Scar was going to get rather aggressive to try to, you know, end it right here, right now. And it was the right call here from Rewind.
Yeah, and what a clutch block.
Oh,
you know,
yeah. Blocking the low.
Yeah, after the extended string, it's such a quick overhead that's coming, and so that situation, I don't know if that one is fuzzyable. I know that most of them are, but even then, especially here in online, you never know. But that one I feel like is one of the scarier ones to try to block, because that overhead's coming quick. That was super clutch, just even put himself in back to a neutral situation to close it out.
A lot of factors that could really mess you up, not just online, but also the pressure. I mean, the points are on the line. You're trying to qualify, you're trying to, solidify a spot. We've seen it go down to the wire, and especially in a region with so many talented players. North America, very, very stacked, whether it's West Coast or East Coast, super, super stacked all around. Down 4 into the rising wall. Leaving her standing position. I guess Scar was so sure Rewind was not going to jump out of that position, but that's how it's gonna be. It's Mortal Kombat 11. That's how it's gonna be. Oh, that's right. It goes through it. It goes completely.
That's
through
a
it.
huge
Kind of
presence.
Oversight.
That was
right. Rewind. Yeah, I mean, I guess there hasn't been too many scenarios where like purple stuff is on and Cetrion gets to be aggressive up close. Oh, good block there. Did not flinch. Purple stuff is on and Scar putting an end to it there. I think maybe a teleport attempt was, on the table there. Scar calling out this purple stuff very, very well here. Not getting hit by. He hasn't got hit by vines in a very long time. And I feel like it's been kind of frustrating Rewind to the point where Rewind is like, all right, fine, I gotta just let you get in, and I'm gonna use my normals, my short range buttons to try to put an end to you.
Absolutely. And one thing Rewind's done really well, like you talked about him going into the wins and getting punished for it, was so unlike him because he hadn't done it prior, to the point where he was even timing projectiles almost perfectly on when the glow was ending earlier in those rounds. It looks a little less precise this time around. Rewind might be finally starting to feel this pressure, but let me tell you, this play throughout this bracket, it looked like he hasn't had a single bit of pressure on his shoulders. So I don't know where that boulder was going. That thing was going. that thing was going to the world of hard reads that never made it.
Never ever made it. Never had a chance to live. And right there at Rewind, cleaning it up, no problem. You don't even have to hit confirm, man. You just do that win. You just do the win and it's fine.
Just do the win.
Just do it. It's literally. And she's got some good buttons. Maybe not the fastest buttons in the world. Maybe she's got some recovery on some of them. But, put your hands on your opponent, go right into the win. They get hit, awesome. They don't, still okay.
Oh, the wall going nowhere right there.
Yeah, but
okay.
Like even Scar at that point was scared of the wall. He didn't go in. Maybe he thought a normal was coming, like a down 4 or a down 1. Connects the overhead, goes right into the Delia's dance. Unfortunately, it doesn't go for the unsafe launcher, but you just never ever know. Oh, whiffs that third kick. That could have been really, really bad. Had Rewind done, something a little bit faster there, maybe not a roll. Goes up the purple stuff, Rewinding a world of hurt here, down to almost nothing. What is he gonna do? Scar trying to stay away, looking for that vine grab, and that's gonna be the green light, the opening for him to turn on the purple stuff. But he's not getting overzealous. He's not overcommitting here. He's waiting for the opportunity. Throws it. He's got nothing. He does not have access to last breath. This is very, very
tough
scary
situation. Probably not gonna be able to stop jump back glaive. I mean, with the space that was had. Wait a second now. I'm shocked that Scar didn't put it out there. Oh my! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh my goodness!
No.
I'm done. I'm just gonna walk away. I'm just gonna walk away. I'm done commentating Mortal Kombat. You guys have yourselves a wonderful night. Hope that the show has been halfway decent. I hope that you guys have learned something about Mortal Kombat that you didn't know prior. Apparently, you can just, that can happen. I'm done.
It all came down to those throw animations. Some characters have very, very long throw animations, where some have a little bit shorter. So again, specifically in that scenario, Rewind had it. Rewind, made the right decisions. He hit those He hit that very risky short hop. Now that was the scary part. That short hop. I mean, why even block? You know. Oh man, the short hop,
Dude,
doing it there for rewind.
That was. Oh my goodness!
I just heard you screaming.
If that
no.
if that didn't hit, none of that would have been possible.
No.
But
No.
there were so many things that that could have gone differently. There were so many things, but you know what? Just like Rafiki says in The Lion King, it doesn't matter. It's in the past. It's 2-1 rewind.
Doesn't matter. You can't dwell on it, and I don't think Scar is dwelling on it. Rather than getting his face pushed in here, he is pretty. He's okay. He's sticking with Jade. He knows that that's the right pick, and he knows that that last game was so close. It could have gone either way. So no real reason to deviate from the plan, deviate from the strategy. And right now, Rewind is so close.
I mean,
1 round away. Tournament point here for Rewind. So Scar's got to dig in deep. Scar's got to pull out the stops for this scenario if he wants to stay alive here. Trade probably not in Scar's favor. It's pushed fully all the way back. That's going to be a nice conversion there. Gets the down 4, but nothing else afterwards. Rewind's doing a good job of challenging there.
Also didn't have the bar to try to potentially go for a side switch here with Rewind, who's been riding this momentum. Gonna get a punish with the up 3. Resets to neutral. Probably gonna wait on a little bit of bar to come back, and with the miracle jump through the tornado. This is Helen Hunt. Beautiful jump there by Scar. He's gonna reestablish this pressure, and nice read by Rewind. Wow, that could have gone so many different ways. Scar, is that gap going to be there? Are the plus frames going to be there? Does Elias dance? Does he have the bar to back up the safety? And he's made the right decision every single time on Rewind, on defense right now, to inch closer and closer to ending this right now to try to take North America West for himself. Scar, on the other hand, just trying to stop the relentless pressure. Both of them at fatal blow right now. Anything is possible.
Oh, anything indeed possible. Here comes the glaives, but they do whiff. That laser does connect from Setran, but the purple stuff is on. Gonna be immune, but a big jump in. That's it. That's it. Oh, completely over. Huge whiff there as Rewind going with the right option, rolling past the opponent, knowing that Jade has a lot of strings that Jade players love to commit to.